What's up, everybody? Welcome to IGN Plays Live. I'm your host, James Duggan, joined by Jared of Motiga and Amanda from Perfect World, and we are here playing Gigantic. So take us away. What are we doing?
This is a fantastic game. It's a strategic hero shooter where 5 players go against 5 other players with 2 guardians on either side. So they work kind of like a core, but
Sure.
they move around, they fly around, they fight each other, you attack their weak spot, destroy the enemy guardian, and you win the game.
It's got a fascinating art style. So you are classifying it as a hero shooter.
We are a strategic hero shooter.
Yes.
Yes.
It's got some very hardcore MOBA elements to it as well.
Exactly.
There's kind
yes.
of
It's a little bit of a
snowballing
blend
that
from
can
a hero
happen
shooter, a little bit of MOBA, has a little bit of action adventure, a lot of platforming to it. It has your standard hero shooter skills. You use your buttons, you press keys on your keyboard. You can use a controller if you'd like. Use your attacks, have cooldowns. You have upgrades too to make your heroes more powerful. And it has like the cores, like a MOBA does, a traditional MOBA. You capture power with little creatures who work as towers. You can select which creatures you use. They are for a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
they can
there's
work
quite
as
a few.
vision.
So I think the best way to see all this stuff is to jump into a game.
Absolutely.
So why don't we take it away?
All right, cool. So here we are. We're already in a party. We're just going to go ahead and queue up right now.
Nice.
Going to
You're gonna
select
play
all of the heroes.
You're just going to select all of them. I guess you are a developer, so hopefully you are
we have everything
fluent
unlocked
with
here.
all of them.
Yeah. We have a lot of really sweet skins, too.
Amanda just selected my boy there, Charnock, who's my favorite little dragonkin.
Awesome. So for anyone who hasn't seen Gigantic yet, we do have a series of creatures here. So these you summon on your power points. Oh, awesome. We got a match right away. Excellent matchmaking.
And these are the 2 houses, correct?
Correct, yes. There is Orion and Devedra, and that is Leyren, the Griffin, and Gren the Naga. And so those are our 2 guardians. They essentially work as our cores. So they will be fighting each other. You'll see them present on the battlefield. Here, this one is Gren. We're on his side this match.
Great. Keeping it evil.
Yep. Cool. So I like to play tanks. I'm going to go ahead and queue up as the Margrave. Yeah, he's brutal. He's super metal. All right, and we've got some killer skins for him. I'm going to be using the Seraph Betrayer skin here. Some fantastic effects on this one.
So I've been playing this game for a very long time. I think maybe one of the first times I played it, it might have been like early 2013.
Yeah.
It's gone through a lot of iterations.
It definitely has.
And it's kind of had its rough road to release, but you are released now, or is it an early access stage?
Gigantic is officially released.
Thank goodness.
Yes,
it's exciting.
Steam, Arc, Windows 10, and Xbox One.
And I've been talking about this with coworkers over the past few years, but it's such a fun game. So like to get in there and to get players actually playing it. So you are on, Windows Store, Xbox One, but you're also on Steam, which is paired to Arc.
Correct, yes.
And so you can kind of choose whichever platform suits you best. For me, it's Steam and Arc, because that's where all my friends are.
Exactly.
And then create an account. And is it free to play? Do you need to purchase it?
Free to play, 100% free to play. Everything in the game can be unlocked just by playing the game. We do offer some hero packs. So if you'd like, you can purchase the Ultimate Pack, which will give you all heroes for life. So you never have to purchase another hero again. You get all of them for good. We currently have 19.
That was a good jump.
Cool. Yeah.
That was a really good jump.
Yeah. That's off the airship. Shoot off the airship. All right, here we see Gren. He's our guardian there. And we are going to run up to C point to summon.
Who are you going to choose?
I'm going to put a bloomer here on C point. It looks like this guy is disrupting me right now.
Apologize to any headphones users at home. Hopefully that was just on our end. Not sure. That's actually one of the hero's abilities, to deafen you.
Yes. They did not want us to summon there, so
let's summon our producer, Alex Solomita. Can they hear me, Phil? Okay. So talk us through the kit, the Margrave. Right now you're curious to generate these health shot.
Oh, I don't want to die here. Okay. So right now I just summoned up a bloomer to kill. Yes, so the kit of the Margrave, he's very much a frontline tank. So what I'm going to take here is Smackdown and look for the weight. This is going to give him more frequent access to his stun. So he does have a stun, he has a little bit of mobility, he has no ranged attack. So he really wants to get into your face and he wants to punch you as hard as he can.
Sure. And I want to point out that his skin is kind of precipitated being on the other team. He has Orlon?
Orion, yeah.
Yeah, Orion team.
This one's a
owl aesthetic.
Mozu, so we're going to get a pick up on her, yep. Punch her in the face a few times, Margrave, a giant demon fist, and take Mozu out. Here's the enemy's title. Here's the enemy bloomer. You can see that we can do as much damage to this as we can. The enemy sees us here, looks like our Beckett, who is the pew-pew shooter girl right there. He has a jetpack, pretty cool. He's helping us out a lot. He came in, helped us kill the creature. So the creature, killing creatures does give us power, as well as killing players. So we can see at the top there, the enemy team hit 100 power, and we are at 80. So the 80 becomes a shield, and they have 100, so their Guardian is going to rampage. So here we need to defend our Guardian. Here comes Lyra the Griffin. She's swooping in. She's going to pin our Guardian down, do a lot of damage to its health. So you can see right here, our Guardian's HP just took a big chunk. So now we need to defend this. The enemy team is coming in, and they are going to try to weaken our Guardian by attacking.
They've successfully done. So if you're watching at home, bear with us. The audio is being fixed. We know our mics are low. We know the game is very loud, but that's to avoid that terrible, terrible brain-melting sound you heard earlier. For now, you can, if you have questions, I'll get a bunch queued up. So talk to me in the YouTube chat, the Twitch chat, and tweet at us with the hashtag IGN Plays Live. We'll do our very best to fix that audio. We have experts on the way. Just give me a heads up when that is all set. We can keep talking, but for now, we can just enjoy the gameplay. We're good? Okay. Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to one of our points and get a creature summoned up. This is one of the primary mechanics of Gigantic. So we're going to summon a little Cerberus here. I love these dudes. They're absolutely adorable. And so on this point, we've seen that power has spawned here. We put a creature up, and the creature will capture the power. And you'll see a direct correlation between the creature capturing the power and the power filling up on the bar at the top. So that's the primary mechanic, is the power race. So once we've hit 100 power, then our Guardian will get a rampage. So it's important that we have creatures on all of our points, and we need to defend them as well.
Sure.
Because they can fight for themselves, but they are a little bit weak, not as smart as a player. So that is a PvE element to Gigantic. I love this guy a little bit too much.
So we've seen a lot of iteration in the MOBA space, the strategic hero shooter space, if you will, and how players progress through that, how their characters progress through a particular match. In this, there is no shop. Instead, when you level up, you get to choose some alterations of abilities and kind of tune your character the way you feel is necessary in that game. So can you talk us through some of the progression that's happening once you're not getting your face back?
Yes, absolutely. As you mentioned, we do not have an item shop in Gigantic. It's just upgrades. All right, well, I died, so this is the perfect time to explain the upgrade system. So each hero starts with a base of 4 skills and their focus skill, which is like an ultimate. So each one of these can be upgraded 2 times. So you can see there's a series of branching paths here. So this adds a lot of customization to how you want to play each character. So we have a lot of different counters. Like say there's a healer on the enemy team, and you can upgrade into poison to counter them. Or say there's some very heavy armor heroes on the enemy team, you can counter into armor break, armor crack, to help do more damage. So it allows for a lot of adaptability, and it encourages you to build differently every match to counter the enemy.
Beautiful. You're doing a fantastic job of explaining the game. I want to say that right now.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you guys are getting your butt kicked.
We are getting destroyed here, yes. It feels
is...
like the enemy team is much more coordinated than it
Did you just randomly queue up, or is this a QA team we're playing against?
No, we are actually queued up into a live match. So
you guys, look at these professionals. A lot of other developers will kind of like, you know, fix the match a little bit, have some QA folks be like, go easy on us, but you guys don't care. You're just going straight into the random queues. I love it.
We always go ham here at Motigo. We got to put on a good show. Even if we lose, there's still a chance for a comeback. That's one of the best things about Gigantic, is you're never out of it.
All right.
Pick up a little health orb here, try to keep myself alive. Run back to our bloomer. Yep. He's looking for me. Oh. He wants to get a pick. Oh no!
Margaret picked me.
So here's a question. We're going to do some questions. This is from AVTR Spirit, who asks, question, what's the dev's thoughts on seeing enemy ability builds in the middle of the game? So one thing that I know is can be a little bit tricky, and this happens in other MOBAs as well, is kind of deciphering exactly what the enemy is building to be able to counter that. In this instance, it's all based around abilities that you're picking. So how do I see what the enemy Margrave is picking? And if I can't do that, is that potentially planned for the future?
Mm-hmm. Most of our skills, especially the more impactful ones, have an indicator in world. So if you're observant, then you can see what the enemy has picked. And this trip tried really hard to kill me, and I ended up getting her. That's awesome. And we ended up getting the rampage for that. Oh, fantastic. Yes. Most of the skills will have a visual update. So when you take an upgrade for say, like I took throwback attack on the Margrave, then you can see Margrave use this throwback attack. So we can go like this and press the button again, and it has a completely different animation.
Sure. So your response to that is instead of pulling up a menu and kind of deciphering what's happening, there are visual indicators to be able to figure out what your enemy is using. Like that guy's got that flame shield thing.
Exactly. Yep. That's one of his base abilities. But there, I just used throwback attack, and I was able to secure a kill on the enemy Mozu. Our team, fantastic enough, able to get a wound on the enemy, so we're actually not doing too bad here.
What are the chances of you potentially coming back?
Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah,
pretty good?
Pretty good. So we have what are called talents. Our upgrade system is pretty robust. So we can see at level 5, you get to pick a talent. And then once you transition into Clash, which happens once one Guardian has lost 2 of their hearts, or when there have been a total of 5 Guardians attacking the enemy Guardian. Then you get a talent that will get boosted once you enter into Clash. And so that'll help you do a lot more damage or provide a lot more support or utility. So some team compositions will specifically play for Clash. So while you may be getting completely bodied early game, you still have a chance to come back. There's always a chance to come back. We're gonna get on this guy. All right, enemy Trip is here. She does a lot of damage. Gotta be super careful. She's an assassin. I don't want to get
potentially one of my favorite heroes, characters. What's the
Yeah, they are heroes.
Heroes. One of my favorite heroes to play, also as well as Charnock, who I hope somebody plays later. I like his kit a lot. I also like Voden's kit. There's a lot of really interesting kits, and like Jared was saying a little bit earlier, you can kind of choose to build more than one of 2 ways, but one of 2 or 3 ways, the way that either you like playing the best or you feel as though your team needs the most.
Absolutely.
And you can get a lot of variance out of playing a hero over and over again.
Yep. Every match is going to be different, especially since even if you're not choosing different upgrades, the enemy team is likely to be choosing different upgrades down the range.
So we're getting a lot of questions about the genre designation of the game, if it's a MOBA, if it's a strategic shooter. I think the important thing to remember here is there are elements of a lot of these genres kind of intertwining, forming something.
Absolutely.
As an example, the heroes are definitely kind of MOBA heroes to me. You have these MOBA team fights that are very ability-based, big kind of ultimate abilities that have a very long cooldown with them, but the laning phase is non-existent and much more dynamic. There's a lot more kind of back and forth. It's about getting enemy kills, killing enemy little mini guardians.
Little creatures.
Yeah,
little
creatures. So it's unconventional in that sense.
Yes. With the removal of farming lanes, it's definitely more fast-paced, and you can immediately hop into the battle and just start fighting. It feels a lot better in that sense that you can instantly get into combat. Oh, okay, we're trying to get this wound here. It's getting pretty low. I died. It's okay, the team is getting pretty close. This HK might be able to pick up that wound. Oh, he gets taken out too. Every time somebody dies on the wound phase, then it gives the enemy a little bit of shield, so we were not quite able to take that heart away, and we get team wiped.
It happens.
Yeah, that's too bad.
All right, looking for questions here. That's an interesting question. This guy said, "Why won't you answer my questions?" And I scrolled back 10,000 years to find his question. It's very specific, so be prepared. Is it possible for the game to be translated into Portuguese?
Oh, potentially. That's definitely something that we're considering. We absolutely want to open up Gigantic to as many players as we can get playing Gigantic.
Speaking of which,
yes,
there is a plate giveaway. So enter for a chance to win a Gigantic Ultimate Pack, and that's go.ign.com/PL giveaway. I don't know, my producer's handwriting is extremely sloppy, but I'm doing my best. There's also a link in the description. And the Gigantic Pack, of course, comes with all the heroes now and in the future, correct?
Correct, yes. All heroes forever.
As well as some cool aesthetic goodies.
I'm dead.
You're dead.
Yes.
You're done.
I died. DED.
See you.
Okay, I tried. Tried to save a little creature, but alas. Yes. Ultimate Pack, fantastic value, especially if you're getting it for free from this contest.
Are you guys adding any more creatures and or a Gigantic anytime soon? That comes from John.
Yes. Yes, that is definitely the plan. So heroes are the thing that we plan on releasing in very frequent intervals. So we plan to have a hero out every 4 weeks or so, every month is our plan. We want every hero to be very unique, and they have to go through a very rigorous testing process on our end. But we do have a bunch lined up, a bunch of really exciting, very unique heroes that we have planned for the future.
Like Roland.
Yes, like Roland, exactly. Roland will return in the future. Roland will be back. Yes, as far as creatures are concerned, those are the next level of content that we will be releasing. That was a really good pick on my part. Nice work, so fast. And so we do have a lot
He
of.
does that frequently.
Stop trying to make that happen.
That's my handle. That's what I go by.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So yes, creatures. We have a bunch of new creatures coming down the line, as well as new creature families too. So while we only have 5 families right now, we do have other families in the future. And guardians are a very gigantic undertaking, as we like to say. Yeah. So, yes, but we do have plans to release more guardians. There are a total of 5 houses, 5 major houses in the lore. And so the 2 guardians represented in the game right now are from 2 houses.
Sure.
So yes, you can make whatever assumptions you would like, but we would absolutely love to add more guardians.
Is there a cool dog house with a giant dog? The guardian. 'Cause I would
dog
like that
house?
very much.
I'm not sure if there's a dog house. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a dog
Maybe
house.
that could be the 6th.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I'll write a fan fiction and you can adopt it officially.
Sounds good.
All right, great.
Yeah, so we'll get the dog house in there. Let's see if this guy wants to chase. Let me see if I can hit him. Oh, later! Okay, I just threw that guy off the edge.
That was nice.
So yes, all right. So that was for the folks back at Perfect World. They want me to take the meme builds, and there you go. Got some memes.
There are
I got a
meme
clip.
builds in the game. That's a confirmation.
Yes.
You guys are doing a pretty good job of coming back here.
Yeah,
But
we've almost come back.
This is not the final clash, correct?
This is in Clash. Yes, the enemy team is actually up right now. But while we were down 2 wounds, which are the hearts next to our Guardian's bars there, I'm just going to collect this first. Yeah, sorry, it's a very heated battle here. We are actually coming back from this. And yeah, we were pretty far behind, but we are actually coming back. And now we are tied. So whoever gets this next rampage is going to have a pretty big opportunity to just win the game outright. So we need to make sure that none of us die here. See if I can get as many picks as I can. Don't blink. All right, got him.
A question here from Jason Freehouse on YouTube. And again, you can ask us questions on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, and I'll do my best to answer all of those. Is Trip going to get a nerf soon? I think I'm going to segue that into a different question, which is your balance strategy.
Yes.
A lot of the times, the newer players can come in and feel as though one hero is relatively oppressive until they learn how to counter them. So what is your indicator of a hero actually needing a nerf or a buff?
Yes. Hero balance is a journey. There's no destination for hero balance. Trip is definitely the hero that new players have the hardest time with. In higher tier... we're about to win this game, I'm sorry. Let's see if we can win this, and I'll answer the question about Trip. We're really close to winning this. We might be able to, almost everybody's dead. Oh no! Oh, it's so close. Voden, you can do it.
Oh,
no, not quite. Oh, we almost had that match. Yeah, we almost had it right there.
You're in a good spot, though, maybe.
They team wiped
Oh,
us.
do you think they're just going to come back and win it right now?
Yeah,
They're just going to go to the other side?
Yeah, see, so there definitely is the back and forth of that. We were getting absolutely bodied early game, but then we came back and flashed.
Your respawn timer is exponentially increasing as well as the match goes on?
Yes.
Right,
there is actually there's a
What is it?
base respawn timer, and every time that somebody else dies, it adds a few seconds to that. And if there is a team wipe, it adds more time on top of that. So we want players to be able to take advantage of that opportunity to use that as an objective and to be able to make plays. It's really important to be able to actually be able to kill the enemy creatures when you get a team wipe. We actually just recently adjusted the respawn timers in this last update too, to make them a little bit more fair for the team that's getting the team wipe. I really have to get this. Oh no, she blinked away. That's okay. We almost had her. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to Trip. Yes. Trip is a hero that new players have a lot of trouble with. This is definitely a team-oriented game, so if you're staying with your teammates, Trip will not be as much of a problem as she would be otherwise. So that's the biggest tip that I can give for new players, is just stay with your team, and Trip will not be that much of a problem. Her design intent is to be able to get picks and solo people out. She's really good at 1v1ing. Let's see if I can feel for this guy. All right, got him.
Nicely done.
Oh, okay.
Nicely done.
Cool. All right. Well, they ended up getting the rampage here. But yes, we are constantly evaluating the balance of the game. And so if a hero is deemed that they are completely overpowered, we're absolutely looking into it. We make balance changes whenever we see fit, which is generally every month or so when we have a major update, which will include a new hero. And of course, each new hero that releases could completely change the meta, show that one thing is powerful and one thing isn't anymore. So it's absolutely something that.
So kind of contextual nerfs and buffs to other heroes that were previously deemed overpowered or underpowered, but in the context of this new hero, maybe they counter them really well, or so on and so forth. Excellent.
So I know there's going to be a lot of questions about Griselma in chat on that topic. Yes, she's our summoner. She puts little hands down. Absolutely, Griselma is being looked at.
Cool. Oh yeah, she's the kind of old math teacher.
Yeah, math teacher, yeah.
Yes, I never learned her name because she annoyed me so much. But,
yeah, we just call her Granny.
Granny.
Yes,
Granny's
we got
a perfect
Granny.
name for that. You guys are doing a fantastic job here. I'm
We were
very
able
impressed
to
that you
hold
were able
off the wound, yeah, and now.
What a first game to have, for sure.
It's
to
really
kind of show
intense,
off.
really intense.
Oh,
Oh,
Nothing better than that back and forth, win or lose.
absolutely.
It's kind of a game that you always just want to have.
So basically, whoever gets the next rampage here is going to win. And oh, I died.
It's bad news.
I know. I was just 1 second away from using my cooldown and being able to leap out. Darn. That's okay. Still fun. We're not doing too bad here. Our team hasn't wiped yet, which is good. We'll have a little bit of a shorter respawn time.
There's Trip.
Hopefully this HK can stay alive
the
for just
devil.
2 more seconds. 1 more second. He's getting bombed on by
By
2
Trip.
assassins. Yes, in a Trip. Oh, Trip ended up taking out the vote in. They're up 30 power right now.
So I'm remarkably happy this game finally came to Steam.
Yes, so are we.
I think that there are a
Super
lot of
stoked.
games that are kind of living in their own proprietary platform or whatever, but going onto Steam is just such a big kind of PR boost and viewability boost. And it's been really cool to see a whole new group of players discovering Gigantic the way that I did all those years ago.
Definitely, we totally agree. Very excited to finally have officially released, especially on Steam. A lot of people were requesting it, and of course we wanted to. Got a hold of all the amazing folks at Steam, and now you can play for free on Steam, Xbox One, Windows 10, and Arc.
So as soon as we jump out of this match, I'm going to grill you on kind of out-of-game progression, game modes, ranks, stuff like that, whether that's coming or in, but I'm going to let you focus up right now. Looks like you're doing fantastic.
We need one more kill. We have to get this kill.
Just kill that
Oh,
Malgrave.
no, I think
he's
they
so
got it.
I got
strong.
it first. No.
It's okay, we can
We
hit
are
100
all ganging
shield.
up on this Margrave.
Yeah. Got to escape. That was the HK's focus skill. It's called Swarm. He fires a barrage of missiles, and I took that right to the face. But I'm doing okay still. The Margrave, the hero I'm playing, has a lot of health.
I do this thing in MOBAs where I tell my teammates not to focus the tank, and then I focus the tank.
Yes.
It never ends well, as we just saw, focusing the Margaret. Bad idea.
We ended up getting him, though. That's what counts.
This guy's just looking to get a little bit of damage in, kind of dip out and harass, because he is the only one alive on his team? No. No, he's just the only one here.
Yes. So we are going to defend this one with our life. They have
Here they
4
come.
seconds.
Here they come.
They have 2 seconds. Okay.
All right.
We were able to defend the wound.
Now you have 2
There we
kills, and you can see those kills visualized by the yellow skulls next to your Guardian, and when you basically fill that bar with combat progress and various objectives, that's when the enemy Guardian will become vulnerable,
Correct.
and you can potentially win.
So being 20 power up right now is a pretty significant advantage for us. Unfortunately, we let a couple kills go. It's too bad, but we are 20 power up. Gives us a nice lead. As long as we can sit on this lead, and hopefully I won't feed here. Hopefully I can get a few more kills. Help the team.
We have a question here from Pelagius about the vegetable creature, the healer, looking
Yes,
very similar to Hetsu from Breath of the Wild. I'd like to point out that vegetable creature was in Gigantic long before Hetsu was a thing.
Yes. I believe you're speaking of our little bloomer there.
There he is.
Super cute.
Ooh, broccoli boy.
Yeah.
I have a salad waiting for me on my desk. I didn't get to
yeah.
eat, and now I'm very hungry.
Making me very hungry looking at that.
Salivating
delicious
over
little bloomer.
vegetables.
Yes.
Just want to cut them up.
You know, putting a little bit of ranch on that guy.
Delicious.
All right, our team is cleaning up here. Let's do well. There we
Nicely
go.
done.
We are 80 power up.
Oh,
over their
so
30.
close. This
So-
is such a good match to start.
So we can see here on the
Very
minimap,
excited.
B is about to capture. So once this captures, it'll give us 20 power. Boom, we hit 100. We can see the damage flashing up here, so that's how much damage is going to the enemy. Once we've removed 3 of their hearts, then we win. So it's almost going to finish it off.
Yeah.
We do have to just get in there, do a little bit of damage. So if they wipe us here, then we won't win. But
Staying
I
alive
think
is
I'm
very
going to
important.
stay alive, yes. I do have my ultimate ability, you can see down there in the middle. On my action bar, I have 2 charge. It's a double potency. So I have
All right, now you can
2
attack.
stacks of focus.
So
Yep.
the strategy
So
was
I'm
to kind of stay spread and stay alive. Now you just got to get in there and deal some damage.
Yep. Just get in,
Burn that
disrupt them,
shield.
as much damage as we can.
And that looks like
And one more crunch.
Yes.
All right,
That's
we
going
won.
to do it for the North
Hooray.
American Finals
Yeah.
here of Gigantic.
Yes.
Well done. What do you have to say for your team, and what does this mean for your franchise? The team Motiga, what do you
Yes.
guys do? Who's your sponsor? Oh, wait, he's the developer. We're going to be asking a ton of questions here on IGN Plays Live. You can ask him questions on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter. This is their game, and it is a very fun one, so I incentivize you to check it out. It is free to play.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to read this hastily scrawled note for a chance to win a gigantic Ultimate Pack, which comes with all the current and future characters, as well as a bunch of cool aesthetics. You can go to go.ign.com/PL giveaway. I believe that's US only. Based on the chat, but I do not have those details, so bear with us. So let's jump into cards, fortune cards, dailies, progression, skins, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
While we're here in the menu.
All right, so the first thing is we have a daily win bonus, which gives you extra crowns. And crowns are our soft currency up here, and you can use those to buy almost everything in the game. And that will segue here. We can check out Lord Gnosis. I have all the skins unlocked except for the prestige skins, because this is a new account.
Ooh.
Yes, but all of the tier 1 skins you can purchase with crowns, so you don't actually have to spend money to get most of our skins. We do have some premium skins that do require the rubies, which is our purchase currency. You can get the rubies by playing the game as well. So that is one of our systems of progression. We also have the fortune cards, which you can see here. We have a few starter fortune cards to get you set off on the right foot, which gives you a significant boost to crowns. So if you're looking to pick up a hero right away, play a few matches, you should have enough to pick up one of our beginner heroes. And then we've got these other fortune cards here that you can draw every day. So here we'll go ahead and do that. And you can see each of these has a specific objective. And for completing the objective, you get account prestige, which is up here. And that will give you more currency, as well as just some base crowns. So you can pick up one for the hero, or you can pick up ones that are just generic.
In case you hadn't noticed at home, the gorgeous art style translates
Yes.
even into the daily quest selection screen.
Yeah, this is essentially our quests. Yeah, there are fortune cards. And you can see we have a collection of them here. This is a new account, so yes, I don't have any of these unlocked. But you do get bonuses for completing a set. So once you've completed all of these cards here, you do get a bonus. And there are different rarities as well that pop up. On top of that, we do have badges, which are just for fun, just for funsies. So each of these is just so that you can compare with your friends, see how many badges they have, try to out-badge them. And then we also have our hero masteries here, which we can see we've played a match as Gnosis and we've played a match as Margrave. So once you start getting more hero masteries, you actually get free fortune card draws as well.
And how do you unlock those prestige skins that we saw earlier?
You can unlock a prestige skin by hitting Mastery 5, and that'll give you a recolor skin. And if you also hit Mastery 10, then you get a very special weapon.
Oh.
Yeah, the weapons are awesome. They have special effects to them that are like galaxy space themed. So it's really scary when you see someone who has one of those skins.
So we're going to jump back into another game here. I'm going to make a request to ask if you can play my absolute favorite character, Charnock.
Oh, boy.
Are you familiar?
I'm not.
Do you feel confident?
I'll play Charnock. All right, I will play Charnock.
You guys did a great job. I mean, it's just because you two carried that last game so hard. It went so well. Otherwise, I would not be asking you to step out of your comfort zone.
All right.
I don't know. I've never played
I can do it.
Mozu.
That's fine. Yeah.
Never played Mozu. I don't think I did her much justice, but that's
We won.
We
won.
did
Nice work,
win.
Amanda. We got it.
So we just saw a play mode. There you have a creature loadout, which allows you to summon your preferred creatures. But I want to talk about future play modes, potentially ranked, because this is obviously a very competitive PvP-focused game. Is ranked something we're going to be seeing in the future?
100%. Yep.
Great.
We will be adding ranked in the future. Yeah. We have a lot of plans for ways to organize competitive, just competitive play in general. Can't talk too much about that just yet, but I know we have a lot of really cool things that we're working on the back end to support competitive, to support custom matches, ranked mode, all that stuff. We do have a leaderboard, which is pretty cool. It'll match you by, or it'll rank you by your matchmaking rating, and you can see that online on our website. You can go to gogigantic.com, and we have a little button at the top where you can check the leaderboard, and you can see some of your own personal stats as well. See which hero you've done the most healing on, see how many kills you have. Yes, so I will be playing Charnock this match, and I'm going to use my favorite skin for Charnock.
Like the kind of primal Charnock. I like it a lot. My favorite is the, I believe it was the Xbox One Founders. The one that...
Yes.
Let's see if we can find it.
I don't have that
Oh,
one
you don't
on this
have it?
account.
Okay,
Yeah.
no worries.
Not
no
a founder
worries.
on this account, but yes.
I do have that one, and that's the one
that is
I
a
like to
great
support
skin, yes.
every time.
It's a kind of Devedra themed, which is this airship is Devedra themed, and this is Gren, the guardian for Devedra.
Maximum evil.
Yes.
So Amanda, who are you going to play? You going to play the Margrave?
Well, I was leaning towards playing Mozu, but it looks like we have a little bit of a couple range characters going on. So I'll probably play Margrave
Doesn't
just
look
to
like
kind of
there's
see if
too
we
much
can
healing
balance
on
that
your
a little
team.
bit. No.
Unless
Yep.
I'm missing something.
No healing
There's
on the enemy team
not.
either.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Then it's going to be a fun game,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Good stuff. All right. Remember, if you have questions for either Amanda or Jared, you can tweet at us using the hashtag IGN Plays Live at IGN, or I will be doing my best to monitor the Twitch or YouTube chats, but give me a little bit of a break because they do go pretty quick. We'll take a question here. From Crazy Spike X, I'm unfamiliar with what the Gren are, but what about a game mode where we can fight the Gren? Would that be like kind of a PvE horde mode kind of deal, maybe?
Maybe that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Gren is the Guardian. That's his name. It's
Oh,
the pseudo
Yeah,
Oh,
we'd have
okay.
to fight the.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you
so
do
we
kind of fight him if you're-
already. Yeah. So we're playing on a different map this time. This is Siren Strand. It's got a humongous like sea liner here in the middle that's cracked, and you can see that it's all overgrown with all these ice. It's been here for some time. This is like like the Bermuda Triangle where there's a bunch of shipwrecks. I don't want to be too close here. Teammates are going for E, which is a good strategy. We can see on the minimap. This Gnosis is chasing me here, so the Bloomer is going to keep me relatively healthy. He can do a lot of damage, so we do have to be a little bit careful.
Nice. I love his abilities. It's like the classic Iron
Burn
Man.
him. Yes.
Oh, that's
he's
gotta be a
mid-range.
kill. Gotta be a kill. There
got
we go.
it. Hooray.
Great job.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you, little Bloomer, keeping me alive. So I'm going to go with the slow here, and then we are going to go with Stoke the Fire. There we
Ooh,
go.
that UI got a big visual update.
Yes.
It's a lot better than
definitely.
when I was playing.
Absolutely.
And he's got one of my favorite ultimates. Is that the
Yes.
term? Great.
Focus.
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 Right.
Yes.
But there are other ways you can use focus. So you kind of build it up as a resource, and there are some abilities that you can actually kind of empower with it on certain heroes, correct?
Correct. Yes. So each hero can build focus, and they can use it to execute their focus skill, which is a powerful attack, or you can upgrade your creatures for stronger creatures. The creatures, when they're upgraded, they'll have more impactful abilities on the battleground. They're much more sustainable in a fight, and they also capture power faster. So in a power race, it's important sometimes to be able to capture that power just a little bit faster. So having one of the creatures cap first, if it's an adult, versus a baby, can definitely give you a win just by having an adult on strategic points.
And even if your hero is not necessarily countering somebody on the enemy team, like a trip, for instance, go stealth, go invisible, you can create a creature. What is it called? It's the dog.
Oh, the Cerberus.
Cerberus.
Yes. The Cerberus
Great, the
acts
Cer-
as our wards.
You can get a cool dog, and yeah, you can basically see stealth. So there are other ways to counter strategies that the enemy team is using
Yes.
that aren't necessarily focused on your hero.
Yes. The Cerberus will reveal all enemies within its area. It shows it on the mini-map, it does not show it in-world. So if there is a stealth trip, then you can see her coming if you're looking very diligently at the mini-map. We're going to see if we can finish this thing here.
Nicely
All right, we did.
done.
I used my
If
escape
you get
a
out of
little
this
too early.
alive, I will be very impressed.
Oh, me too. Okay, I don't have my escape though. I need a little bit of stamina. All right, I think I'm
Wow.
getting stuck. All right, we're good.
Jared
All right,
with the pro plays.
Yeah.
Amanda
All right.
not doing too poorly either.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well this
Getting
match.
some kills.
So we got a first
Nicely
wound
done.
already. Very good for us. Put this here because it's going to slow. And I'm going to run through it, and that'll make it harder for him to chase.
Here's a great question from Indrum on Twitch. AoE abilities do deal damage to the wound, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So if you
And
kind of
we-
throw down your charcoal rain, your whatever
yes.
that is.
Hot hail.
Hot hail.
Yeah, it's
close.
really
That
cool.
was close.
Yeah. It's a targeted area, and it
That's that
bombards
Prince
it with
song,
flaming
Charcoal
rock.
Rain.
Yeah. We are down a few power.
We can turn this
We
around.
can easily turn this around.
You did get that first one.
Yes, so it's good.
If you
We have an
do
advantage
end up
there.
losing the clash, it's not the end of the world.
So we can see on the mini-map that they are attacking this point, flashing, and here's the enemy trip. Okay, hit her in the back. We went around the corner. She's around here somewhere. She's probably stealth.
Gone like the wind.
Yep.
Never find her ever again. Question here from AVTR Spirit. For ranked mode, are there plans for a solo queue or a team mode? Or would you assume, obviously, all this stuff is kind of subject to change and still in development, and you are fighting Trip right now.
Trip is
Oh,
almost
there's
dead.
a team fight
If I was
blossoming.
better at Charnock, then I would be able to kill her. Oh.
Getting away with elbow stow.
Yeah.
HB.
They leave a shimmer too, so you can see them. Yeah, unfortunately we can't talk too much about ranked just yet, but absolutely everything that you would want in a ranked mode is something that we want as well. We play this game every day. Like literally, Motiga plays this game every day. We have a daily playtest, so we're right there with you guys. Everything that you want, we want.
So everything that I want actual real money for every time I win a game.
Okay, we want that as well. Yes.
Yeah.
$10 a match.
Cool. All right, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad here.
Cool. Question here from Tetsu Pi, who says, I heard you're trying to lower the system requirements. Some of my old friends, an old 4 gig RAM potato, would still like to play. Can they expect you in the future?
Yes. That is something we are actively working on.
That's good news.
Optimization, yep. Optimization is an ongoing process. And while the game is really pretty, it looks simple. That's just by design. There's a lot of effects, some high poly models, and just some general prettiness that causes it to be to require 6 gigs of RAM right now. But optimization is something that we're actively working on, and we hope to get it down to 4 in the very near future.
Shout out to Jared from Motiga for taking my request and playing Charnock here, a character he's unfamiliar with, but doing just fine.
I'm doing okay. I'm trying my best. I still have an upgrade point that I won't be able to get here.
I just fell in love with this hero aesthetically, and then played as kid and loved it. So good.
Oh man, if I was better. Hey, I got it. All right, the bird. Okay. All right. And then we're gonna go with dive bomb for the games. There we go.
Toshikazu says, hello, what's up, man? We had a pretty funny question here from Fladjuice, who wants to know, the way he phrases it is just fantastic. Are there any super annoying trap-focused characters or heroes planned, like techies in Dota 2? I think it's very funny to ask, are there any really annoying
characters
down the line? But, you know, kind of trap-focused. There are a few heroes in the game who have, or at least one who has trap lead.
Yes, yes. We do have Griselma, who is kind of a trap hero. Her kit is pretty obnoxious when you're fighting against her. You know, ask that question again in 1 month.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What are you precipitating? Here we go. I'm not sure that is a question as much as it is a comment. This guy wants the skins from your Founders Pack. This is always, I was talking with, we had Fortnite here yesterday, and I was telling them how I have this really weird OCD thing about pre-order incentives and stuff. And if I get to a game and have kind of missed out on the Founders Pack or something like that, even though I don't always pre-order and think it's best to kind of wait and see how the game does review-wise, I have this weird OCD thing where I'm like, oh, I need that. You know,
I know
absolutely
how it is.
need it. I'm very completionist. So
the skins are pretty sweet.
for the exclusive Founder stuff, obviously the word exclusive kind of answering the question, but any chance those might come around in some kind of future promotional event?
We do have plans for promotional events for some of the color variants for those skins, but I can't say explicitly whether or not we will bring back those base skins.
Sure.
Yes. More to come in the future. We know a lot of people love those skins. They're beautiful.
They are.
And I know a lot of people, unfortunately, missed out on it. They didn't hear about Gigantic until we released on Steam. It's perfectly understandable, but yes, we would like to be able to provide something like that potentially in the future.
I'll say this, too. If you're bummed out about missing a skin, like, the art for games is always developing. There are always awesome new skins on the way. I remember being bummed out about, God, the skin from, like, 2010 for League of Legends. And if you look on there now, it just looks like absolute crap compared to everything else. So I'm sure that there will be a skin coming along that you will enjoy for hero choosing.
So every 4 weeks or so, when we have a major update, we also plan on releasing more skins. And we actually had a skin released today, and we will have a skin released next Thursday, and we also have another skin released the Thursday after that.
Wow.
So our plan is to release skins every week. Yeah.
Really, the development is really coming into its own.
Yes. Let's see if we can get the skin.
The T-Man, speaking of skins, the T-Man 720 says, are we ever going to get the social media skins on console? So for PC, you can kind of do some Facebook stuff, some YouTube stuff, some Twitch things, and get these cool color variants of kind of the default skin. Are those ever coming to console? Maybe.
Yeah, those are deals that we have with those, with like the designers. So, you know, that's a contractual thing.
Legality.
Yeah,
thing
legality.
there?
Yeah. So I would love to. You know, we absolutely want everybody to be able to have all the skins. So we've seen a lot of comments about that on Reddit too. So we're definitely trying to see what we can do to get as many skins to everybody as we can.
So anytime there is a free-to-play game, or man, that I love that how much that talent changed that AoE ability aesthetically.
Yeah,
it's a lot
yeah,
cool.
it's really cool. So you know what you're getting into, like we were discussing earlier in the first match.
Right.
Yeah, you can see which upgrade I've taken, and we can see the same thing for him. He's taken the slow field, because the effect is quite different.
So anytime that there is a free-to-play game with the potential to pour in money for a premium currency, there's a question of what am I getting for that? Is that fair? Can you talk me through your monetization system and what exactly I can unlock, and how much vertical power is that giving me versus kind of like side grade power or aesthetic power? What's the deal?
Yes, of course, Gigantic is a competitive game, so we do not want this to be pay to win in any regard. Most of the things that you can get for currency in general are just going to be heroes and skins. You can get creatures, but we try to balance the creatures off of them being higher focus level, which in general, the higher the focus cost of a creature anyway, the more potent they're going to be. So whether you're purchasing those with our in-game currency or you're just getting the creatures from base, yes, they scale with the focus cost. So we feel like that's in a pretty good spot right now. We're making adjustments to a lot of the creatures in that regard to make sure that there is no pay-to-win aspects to this game at all. So if you're going to be purchasing anything in Gigantic, then it's primarily going to be skins and cosmetics.
Gotcha. We have a question in the chat, and we have an immediate answer. Okay. I can't say if it's correct or not, but I'm going to read them both. This is happening on YouTube. PZ asks, in all caps, how much for this game? And Shaq says, your kidney. It does not. It doesn't actually cost a kidney or anything. It is free to play.
I will take your kidney if you're offering it up, but no, Gigantic is
for
free
science.
to play 100%. Yes, for science, of course.
For scientific research purposes. I can't go into any more detail on that.
Yeah.
We'll let you know how it goes. Oh, here's a great question from Zurzera. Obviously, the first time you jump into a MOBA or anything that has in-game progression like this, in this genre, there is a big learning curve. Yes. Not just for your abilities, but for opponents' abilities, and kind of just things like positioning and objectives. There's a lot to take in at once, but this game does offer an auto-upgrade system, right? If
yes.
you're not...
we do have recommended upgrades. So you can
Gotcha.
see in the bottom right corner, or bottom left corner, rather, there is a recommended upgrade for me, so I can take that if I choose. I am actually going to be taking the Dragon's Breath, though. I thought I took that earlier.
So Zurzera's question is, how good are those auto upgrades? They'll get you through. Is that going to be the most optimal build every time, or is it just kind of a, hey, here's a fun thing?
It definitely won't be the most optimal build, but it's also really difficult to say what the most optimal build is at any given time because of how adaptive the play is in Gigantic. So they're just starter builds. They'll just kind of get you through. If you don't want to mess around with the upgrade system, and you just want to get in and you just want to do damage, and you just want to have fun, you want to get kills, you want to experience the game from that perspective, then I definitely recommend just taking the auto upgrades. So you can just hold one, or I believe it's up or left on the D-pad if you're playing on controller. And that'll give you just the base upgrade, so you can just get in there and pew-pew, have a good time.
You know what I would recommend is if you're starting this game, kind of spending a little bit of time in the menus. If you are, for instance, you're really liking Charnock's aesthetics or something like myself, I remember taking some time and looking through all the upgrades while I wasn't hard-pressed to push an objective, just kind of in the base menu and be like, okay, what do I want to try and build? And then either writing that down or just remembering each. Can sometimes be a little bit easier than just choosing on the fly, because it is a lot to internalize while you're shooting people in the face.
Yeah, definitely. And we do have a practice arena as well that you can hop into. Completely closed environment. There's no players in there. There's just a bunch of little Motiga dinosaurs that you can go and you can beat them up. You can practice with whatever builds you like. We'll level 2 focus.
Yeah,
on
nice.
As much damage as we can.
That was
I got
great.
a kill on the Imani too, which is really good.
Oh, that was just the best case scenario for that ability. With the wound right in the back and everybody in front of it.
Yeah,
that was
doing a lot of damage here. We're not quite going to be able to get this. That's a bummer. But if we can do a little bit more damage here, maybe I can pick up another kill and put us up a
still
little
have
bit.
3 wounds left, so it's looking very good for you.
Yep.
Definitely not as close as the match as the last match.
Yes, we're doing much better.
But hey, stomping is fun. Question here from Big Burkhart, who wants to know: was there anything special for us who played the alpha or beta players in terms of aesthetics, or just things like thank you, or I can't quite remember myself.
Well, for the Founders Pack owners, we actually give them an extra 1,000 rubies for free, just for saying thank you for being a founder.
Gotcha.
Thank you for helping us along the way, especially in our open beta period. During our testing phases, not so much, but yes, that is 1,000 rubies is a pretty significant amount.
We have a comment here from Tetsu Senpai. It says, not a question, but I just wanted to say how happy I am about this game. I heard you went through development hell and money and stuff like that. This game is really cool and been following it since it was announced. And I have to agree. I'm very... Nothing pains me more than to see something behind closed doors or in a very closed beta state and then not have that be released for reasons that are not pertinent to the design of the game. So it's really cool that it's finally in the hands of players. Of course, for all of you watching at home, it is free to play. It is on Xbox One. It is on PC. And you can go on Steam to check that out. You can also go on the Windows Store if you're an Xbox player or want to cross-play, right?
Correct.
You can cross-play with Xbox.
So yes, Xbox One and Windows 10 can play together. So your friends on Xbox One and you on PC Windows 10, you can play together. And also, if you have an Arc account or a Steam account, then those two play together as well.
It should be stated that if you are, you can copy your Windows account over to your Arc account.
Correct.
But I don't think you can go the other way.
You can go the other way.
Oh, you can? Okay,
yes.
that's great.
That is only available for 1 more week, I believe.
Oh,
so,
boy,
yeah,
get on that.
The window on that is pretty short. Yeah, so definitely look to be doing that right away if you were planning on copying your progress over. But yes, anybody who had a Founders Pack or progress on Windows 10 before we opened up Steam and Arc can copy over.
Great. I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely one of those people. And yeah, so you should be aware if you are planning to play this game and have a group of friends that you are all on. There are basically 2 platforms that you're playing this on. So it's either Steam and Arc, and that has its own matchmaking and its own crossplay. And then there is Windows 10, which is funny because that is the same thing as Steam, but a little bit confusing there. Windows 10 and Xbox. So if you want to play with your Xbox friends, make sure you get it on the Windows Store. If you want to play with your Steam friends, make sure you get it on Arc or Steam. Very important stuff. And like you were saying, for the next week or so, you can move those around.
Yes, it is a one-time copy, but it will be a direct copy. The only thing that isn't copied over is rubies and fortune cards that have been undrawn. So if they're in your hand, they will be copied over. If they have not been drawn yet, they will not copy over. So make sure you spend your rubies first. We do have a new Woo skin out this week too, so if you're looking for something to spend those on, definitely that Woo skin is top-notch.
Oh no, my paper. I lost my paper. Somebody said giveaway in the chat, which reminds me, ladies and gentlemen who are watching on Twitch and YouTube and tweeting at us using the hashtag IGNPlays, you can enter for a chance to win Gigantic Ultimate Pack. Again, that comes with every hero released now and every hero released in the future, as well as some cool aesthetics. And that is on go.ign.com/PL giveaway. There's also a link in the description if you were so inclined. I want to take a question now, which was a really good question from Sakaizai on Twitch, who wants to know, will there be preset skill trees coming in any update? Is that kind of counter to the logic that you want people building reactively? Or can I choose all the skills I want that I know I'm going to want to build and just roll into it with that? Or maybe like being able to change the auto upgrade to a preset.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's requested a lot. That goes back to the conversation about player agency and about how dynamic the upgrades are in Gigantic and how important it is to be able to counter them. So if you've got one build that you're always using, you're not fully utilizing the system for Gigantic. That is requested a lot, and that is something we're definitely looking into. More in the future on that, but for now, we want players to be able to understand their, to have an emotional connection to their choices and to understand what they're picking and to pick an upgrade for a purpose instead of just having something automatically pick it, or instead of just like reading a guide online that says this is the best. We want players to understand why all of these things are good.
Gaming with Bix would like to know.
Yeah, nice work.
Victory.
Nice work. We got another victory.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
I'm sorry, K-Suds, I let you down, but I got a dive bomb at the end.
You got a subterranean Charnock happening there.
Yeah.
Mastery rank 1. Nicely done. You
Sweet.
unlocked the sun.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So cool. These are our
You've done
fortune
it.
cards. We're completing the fortune cards. You can see we're getting a lot of currency for these. Got a bunch of those things knocked out. Getting a lot of levels. It's great. We got another fortune card draw there. Some more crowns. So yes, the more you play, the more currency you get. This account has a ton of currency. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's got 99,000 plus.
Yes, an infinite amount. Ooh, so this is one of our rare fortune cards. We got pretty lucky here. So we have the common ones, we have rare, and we have legendary.
The beast.
So we are definitely going to be taking this because you can see how much more currency it gives you than one of the commons. So,
What
yeah,
is
we
the
want to
number
take
of the beast? That's interesting. I didn't think it was 15. Maybe I listened to
Oh,
that
yeah.
song incorrectly. All right, we are taking your questions on Twitch. We are taking your questions on YouTube and Twitter. I'm going to ask you guys to just jump into another game and play anybody you want. Maybe
Absolutely.
support hero or somebody we have not seen. Maybe Trip. Trip's a lot of fun to watch. I like me some Trip. And I'm going to take a question, even though it's kind of gone away in the chat. I came in with Bix. Please repeat your question. I've lost it. Okay, there it is. How do us founders get our upgrade to the Ultimate Pack and get our extra rubies, etc.?
Okay, if you were a founder before the Ultimate Pack was introduced, you already have everything that the Ultimate Pack had, and the rubies should be coming out this week. So we started deploying the rubies, the extra 3,000 rubies to say thank you for being a founder. Those started going out yesterday, I believe, and so I think those will be continuously distributed throughout the rest of the week. So if you don't see those pop up in your account and you had a founders pack beforehand, then you can contact support.artgames.com. They're great. They're always ready to answer your questions, help you out with any problems you're having with Gigantic, be it technical, be it account, whatever.
And if you've already spent those and are just trying to get an extra 1,000,
yes,
I bet that support can see that stuff.
Yeah,
So I
yes, we can definitely see that. But nice try, nice
try. He's industrious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if that's, I'm sure he's actually just curious. Thank you so much for the question, Gaming with Bix. Let's jump back over to Twitch chat, see what's going on there.
Cool.
Where is the giveaway? Deltra9 asks. I just, you know what? I'll do it again. Fine. Fine.
There you go.
Asked in the chat. Here we go. Excuse me. Let me get my reading goggles on. Enter for a chance to win a Gigantic Ultimate Pack, which comes with previous heroes, as well as future heroes, as well as cool skins. Go.ign.com /plays giveaway, or that might be a / actually, now that I'm looking at it. Link in the description in either case if you don't want to mess around with forwards and backwards slashes. There you go. Oh, and Jurassic Rabbit already answering the question in the Twitch chat. Thank you to our producer, Mitch.
Awesome.
And thank you for sorting out that terrible, terrible noise. I'm deaf in my left ear, but still, as a result of that awful brain-melting thing. But hey, we're playing Trip, so that's awesome.
Yes, we're going to get some Trip action going here. This
cool
is one of our new skins. Yep, this released just this week, so I can kind of show it off here while we're summoning this creature. Pretty slick.
She's got some cool goggles. I really like the knives. She's got a Chronicles of Riddick vibe in a minute.
Yeah, definitely. Got some pretty sweet pajama pants there.
I'm a big Vin Diesel fan.
Oh, yeah. I heard that guy plays a lot of Dungeons & Dragons.
He does, man. He's a huge nerd.
That's awesome.
I followed him back when I was still using my Facebook, maybe 2009. I saw somebody shared a post from his Facebook, and he had just photoshopped his own head onto the body of a dragon.
Oh, is that right?
I was like, this is hilarious. I want more of this in my life.
That's awesome.
And he does a lot of that kind of stuff.
Well, maybe we can get him to Photoshop his head on top of Charnock.
That'd be really nice. Yeah. Or potentially he could be a guardian, like a
oh, yeah,
a
that'd be
dragon
great.
with Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel guardian.
You attack him, he's like, I don't got friends, I got family.
All right, that'd be fantastic. We'll have to talk to the team about that one.
Shout out to Gaming with Bix. He's looking for more people to party with. Talk to him in the YouTube chat. I don't know if he's on Xbox One or on Steam, but in any case, help him out. The community, my experiences with the community have been quite positive with this game, but maybe a lot of that comes down to communication or the potential avenues to do that. What is your cadence for communication? So I know, Heroes of the Storm, as an example, has no all chat. How am I communicating in your game? Is that with pings?
Yes.
Is that with voice chat through third-party programs? What's up?
We have voice chat, we have text chat, we have pings, we have contextual pings, and we have QMS, which is our quick message system.
Wow.
So there are a lot of ways to communicate in Gigantic,
Nice.
yes. We're not using the voice chat right now, which is fine, yeah, for obvious reasons. We do have the pings. I love using pings. Oh boy, okay, I gotta get out here. We're gonna stealth, make sure we can get out safely here.
So stealth does not necessarily clear you of CC and debuffs and bleed effects.
Yes, and if you have a dot on you, then the enemy can see the ticking numbers as well, so they can track you.
I've definitely done that before.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways.
Landing like a Voden shot just based on where the numbers are coming from. That's really good.
So we do have a text chat. You can press enter and you can type in whatever you want. We also have the ping system, so by default it's C. You can just press C or middle mouse button and you can see it's pinging right there. And we also have contextual pings too. You can say attack, withdraw, summon, on my way. And these have voice lines with them as well. It's really cool.
I have a question here. Thug and Duggan, that's me. Would you recommend maining a hero? I would actually. I would recommend. Jared might completely disagree with this, but in terms of understanding what this game is about, trying a bunch of different heroes is really cool. But the ones that I would start with would be Trip, would be Charnock, and then would also be Voden. And I think maybe Voden is one of my personal favorites to start with. He's just it's immediately apparent what he's supposed to do. We're seeing him right now.
Yeah.
He's got a cool self-heal, so it's a little bit more forgiving in that sense. He's about to die.
Oh, I got buffed.
Saying that.
That's right. Nice try, Voden.
But yeah, those are the ones that I started with, or the ones that I kind of gravitated towards initially. But once you've played a couple games and kind of understand what's going on with the game, the Guardian system, the wound system, all that stuff, I think at that point you're kind of obligated to try every hero for the sake of understanding the kits.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's two different methods that you can subscribe to, whether you want to learn the game first or whether you want to learn the hero first. And I would say definitely try to learn the game first. There's a lot of unique mechanics in Gigantic. It does have a little bit of a learning curve. It's easy to hop in, and be successful and just smash your face across the keyboard, get some kills, have a good time. But there are some definitely dynamic events like this power system here that is important to learn. So yeah, I would recommend whatever you are more comfortable with. If you find a hero that you like, then I'd say stick with that and then start to learn the actual system for the game.
We have a question here from AVTR Spirit again. Repeat question. Thank you for repeating. I cannot keep track of both chats, so it's very helpful if you have a question that you really want to ask by repeating it in the chat or tweeting at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysAlive. That is the best way for me to see it, and nobody takes advantage of that. Are the devs considering a drafting system? So, counter-picking heroes. I don't need it anytime soon. That's good. He doesn't need it anytime soon.
Okay.
But was wondering if they're thinking about it. Good question. Very good question.
Yeah. Currently, we only have 19 heroes in the game. We plan on releasing many, many more. And so when we get around to adding the ranked system in, that is absolutely something we want, is a draft system. And we plan on having custom matches that will very likely have draft system as well as being able to choose what map you're on. We have 3 maps currently, and we have a couple in the works right now. Pretty sweet looking maps. You'll see those soon. Soon, TM?
Sure,
Yeah,
sure. Soon TM.
But
Speaking
yes,
of soon
absolutely.
TM,
Okay, we got ranked there.
and
Yeah, draft system.
every time I play Trip, it feels like a 2004 Rogue World of Warcraft PvP video. You're just getting in, you're messing stuff up, you're getting out. It feels really cool.
Yeah,
Definitely
we get
one
that
of
a
my
lot.
favorites.
Actually, we have a lot of World of Warcraft players who come from Rogue and pick up Trip, and they love it. Yeah, some of our
Yeah, it's
prominent
definitely.
community members
There's
are
kind of like a CC Trip build. There's a little bit more of just a straight up damage Trip build, but I love sliding in and knocking up and just going absolutely nuts with the daggers. It feels
Yeah, it's
really
fun.
cool. Now you're killing a giant owl. What's not to like? Oh, sorry. No, you're not. Killing that mean dragon man.
We got out alive.
Got away.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get this. Oh, that guy. All right, we're good, we're good. He
Taking
ran
him down.
right past me.
You think you pop Vanish, you got a Hearth to Orgrimmar, you'll be all good. All right, keep the questions coming in the
Yeah.
chat, the YouTube. Do my best.
I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this creature now. Make him a little more powerful, provide more healing for us on the front lines.
Another question from Cyborg Man. I promise I'm not favoring him. He just asks good questions. Questions for the developers. What inspired the art style? He likes it a lot.
Yes, the art style is inspired by a lot of things. You know, it's easy to draw parallels to like Wind Waker, but it also has a lot of like cartoony elements, some Saturday morning cartoons in there. We were all kids once, so a lot of the things that you saw as a child definitely translate here. Unfortunately, I'm not an artist, but I know there's a lot of our artists. Maybe they're in chat. Maybe they could answer that a little bit better. Yeah, there's some really cool inspirations for a lot of our heroes, particularly.
Somebody wrote Adult Bloomer and then a cool Twitch emote after it, and it was very funny.
Oh.
And I like it. But I'm going to pay attention. If you guys want to learn how to do a segue, I'm about to teach you. The Rabbit, 74 asks, can I get one of those sweet Motiga t-shirts, extra large and tall, please? Eddie? Well, I don't know about that, but what I can potentially give you is information about our giveaway. And that's enter for a chance to win a gigantic ultimate pack. So instead of a t-shirt, but maybe you will get a t-shirt in the future if you're very kind on Twitter to this gentleman. I can't speak to that, but the ultimate pack comes with all the previous heroes, all the future heroes, as well as a lot of cool skins, aesthetics, and you can tell all your friends you got it. So that's very nice. And you can go to go.ign.com/PL giveaway, and there's also a link in the description. And our producer, Mitch, aka Jurassic Rabbit, will probably be kind enough to put a link in the Twitch chat. So there you go. And that's how you segue.
Yeah.
Unless you're on a Segway tour, and it's very different. Very different.
We are doing very well this match. I have not used my focus yet. I'm building a lot of charges of it. I did upgrade a creature. Let's see if we can juke around this way. We'll switch
What is your focus ability on Trip?
It's called Blade Storm. So you teleport to a target, and you stun them, and you do a very large chunk of damage, as you would expect for an assassin. So it's a great finishing move. It also closes the gap, so it can be used to engage as well. I missed my daggers there. That's
unfortunate.
Okay, we don't want to go too close to the enemy guardian here. I think the enemy Trip just used her focus, which is good knowledge to have. This guy, see if we can get out.
Knuckle644 asks, great question. Later on, will you be adding hero-based achievements? I know right now there is a hero leveling system, a mastery system, and a prestige system. So once you hit, I believe, 5 and 10, we were talking about earlier, you get these cool skins, variants, weapons. You can kind of showcase your mastery, which would speak to the idea of having achievements for heroes. But any plans to add hero-specific achievements?
There's specific achievements, like the Xbox achievements. Yeah, that's definitely something we can consider. That'd be really fun. Yeah. We do have an achievement system in. You can see that on Xbox One. We're playing on Xbox One. And yeah, that's definitely something we can expand upon for sure.
Dizzy Farts, great name. Will we be graced with seasonal/holiday skins? Please say no, but I know you'll say yes. Seasonal/holiday skins have become the bane of my existence ever since that became the primary content of Overwatch.
Yes, well, you may be happy to know that we don't plan on doing any Santa Claus themed skins. All of our skins need to be themed for the world. So, yes.
So
we're not going to be having a Santa Claus Sven at any time.
No lore-defying skins, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Until there's a cool, juicy promotional deal with Buffalo Wild Wings, and we'll see. We'll see how much.
I would jump on that. I don't think Motiga is too inclined to do that.
My my Titanfall 2 Titan is like it's a monster. It's a walking billboard. It's got a it's got a Doritos cannon.
Oh, perfect. Of course.
It's got Mountain Dew skin, and then it has the Buffalo Wild Wings tattoo on its forehead.
Fantastic.
And I had to actually go to Buffalo Wild Wings to get that, so I did my homework to create that abomination.
That's great.
It's fun. It's really fun to get kills with it, I have to say. It's like you got killed by a billboard, man. How did you feel?
Put the air horn there. Womp, womp, womp.
Are we
highlights
going,
on YouTube?
The Comic Hole Man asks, are we going to learn more about lore, like a comic or animated series? Obviously, Overwatch doing a really cool job of kind of creating this multimedia push to expose people not just to the game, but also to the world and the lore. There's a lot of stuff you can infer just from watching, and I'm sure some of the stuff heroes say and skins and stuff like that. But any plans to expand that, and how are we learning about the lore of this beautiful world?
Something like that is extremely expensive and requires a large team. So that is absolutely something we want to do once we get more of that monies. But we do have a lot of ways that we inject lore into the game. If you see the fortune cards, which actually people will dump the fortune card text online as well. You can hit up our community Reddit. Yeah, and there's fortune card dumps there. So we have a lot of the lore in fortune cards, and as well as on the skins. So you can just scroll down the skins, you can click on each one, get a little bit of lore, get a little bit of history, get a little bit of their interactions. But that's something that we're discussing internally is how we can display lore more openly, get a little bit of backstory for all the heroes. Yeah, I know they're very interesting designs, and they have really cool stories. So we definitely want to get that out to the public.
So talk me through the hero design process. I was watching one of your streams a while ago, and you were kind of creating aesthetic and kind of allowing the community to help create it at the same time. It's a very cool stream. But would you say your design is top-down, meaning you come up with the aesthetic first, or do you come up with the mechanics first, or is it sometimes a little bit of both?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of both. Our artists are very talented, and they'll just start doing sketches, and they think, hey, this looks cool, let's experiment with this. And then so occasionally it will go from a hero concept, and then we'll start to build a kit around the design of the hero. And conversely, we will, our designers, also very talented, have some really cool stuff coming down the line. They'll design a kit, think, okay, this is pretty fun, this is a great kit, you know, it's interesting. And then they're like, all right, what kind of hero would look good on top of this, you know?
Sure.
Would they be holding a spatula, or would they be holding a sword? And they make that determination, base a hero around that. Yeah, so it's both, a little bit of both.
Nice.
And yeah, of course, it goes back and forth in that sense as well, where sometimes there'll be a design and it will influence the kit. And we have the kit that will influence the kit.
Look at this sweet gang cap.
Yep. He's getting healed though. He's doing a lot of damage. It gets pretty scary. But we got
oh,
him. Okay.
Cue the bodies hit the floor music from the 2004 PvP video. I missed those. There should be like a Snapchat filter for that.
We didn't quite get him in time though. They ended up being the rampage.
Oh no. Question here, really good question, but a lot of stuff in the chat. I'm going to try and find a Big Burkhardt. Do you guys still have the game mode where the Guardians move to a smaller arena at some point in the match? I remember that was kind of an early iteration. Did you end up moving away from that?
Oh, we still have that. It's one of our maps. Yeah, and actually the last map that we played, Siren Strand, does that. They move. It's not necessarily a smaller environment. It does close off part of the map, but our Sanctum Falls map, the green one, it's like in some ruins. Yes, that one they absolutely moved to a completely different area. It moves the fight to a whole new location. Changes quite a bit. So yes, that is why one of the main reasons why comebacks are definitely. Everything changes.
I'm going to read a comment, and you can give this guy some advice potentially. It's from Maxie. And I think he was actually talking to another Twitch user, but I'm going to read it anyway. I've played like 15 or 16 hours of Taito. Of course, it's that bird gentleman with the mouse. And I always feel like a disadvantage against characters like Trip who just do what I do, but better. What do you think? What do you think?
Taito is a lot about picking up kills. Taito, the name is Taito the Swift, so as you would assume, Taito is very swift. Really good at getting in and securing kills, especially on the swoop ability. You can do an insane amount of damage. you use swoop, and if you use your focus. So while Trip is a little bit more of a skirmisher in that sense, Taito is absolutely just as mobile. Taito gets in and out pretty quick and can secure the kills just as much as Trip. Taito, I think, has a little bit more of a learning curve than Trip does, whereas Trip is pretty easy to pick up and play effectively. Taito does require a little bit more knowledge of just general game mechanics and gear as well.
Cool. That was a little bit of advice straight from the developer, but I'm sure if there is that kind of feedback and a lot of people are feeling that way, then that is something you would look at potentially balancing.
Of course, absolutely.
Cool. Let's keep moving on. Twitch chat is blowing up, and I love it.
Awesome.
Any plans for 4K support for the Xbox One X when it is released?
4K support, we would like to. I'm not sure what our plans are as far as that goes. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't speak too much on that. I don't have too much knowledge of it, but yeah, we definitely want to optimize the game and be able to provide higher settings of quality as well.
Oh, interesting. There's a lot of questions about game modes. White House 3410, first of all, he said, Spatula Hero confirmed and incoming. Secondly, he said, are there any plans for alternate game modes? And it's a follow-up to that. This comes from Team Alexis, who says, I wish there was a Guardian mode where 4 to 5 players co-op, a number of creep waves, who knows? So, like, maybe, obviously the focus is this primary mode, is the PvP, that's where this plays best, but, you know, I think, do you guys have any interest in potentially exploring other spaces like PvE?
Yeah, of course. It's definitely something that's on the table. We talk about that a lot. Our primary game mode is the power race, the power battle, and so this is what we're designing around. You know, when you go into different game modes, then the hero balance is completely different depending on what kind of game mode it is. So we're sticking with this for now, but we do have some really fun ideas.
What was that? What was that abomination? Is that a turtle?
That was a snail, yes. So Uncle Sven, one of our support healers.
Of course it would be Uncle Sven.
Of course it's Sven, yeah. His focus turns people in the area into snails. Yeah, and it is CC. So you can move around a little bit, but you can't use any of your skills, of course. Snails don't have skills. They have the scoot skill, which just moves you forward.
Sure.
We're doing pretty well here. Gonna get on this turn off. We detonated away. See if I can go around the back. Pick up a kill. I do have 3 charge focus. Hopefully I don't have to focus.
Nicely done. Oh, now you're going against the Taito.
Here, just gonna stealth out.
Strategically lose this fight so that guy.
Yeah, he got a bleed on me, so I have to make sure that he doesn't see me.
You did a lot of damage there.
Yeah. I just gotta be careful here. Just go in, get those picks, and get out.
Sure. How's this going? We got
going pretty good.
We got still have 2 wounds left. Yep. The enemy guardian only has 1 wound.
We weren't quite able to pick up to finish the game there, that last one, but
boy, you just go all in for those kills.
Yes.
And then get out.
It's pretty mobile. The enemy Trip is like right around here somewhere.
Oh, there she is.
I might have to focus her. I don't know if I'm
good enough. That's always tough when they're getting heals, though. I don't think that's gonna end well.
Oh, why did that happen? Oh, okay, that sucks. All right, well, I blew my level 3 focus on nothing, so womp womp. Oh well. The Taito was right there too. I thought it would at least hit the Taito. Oh.
We have a question here, and I'm going to use this to segue into a rant. Connor Norton says, Overwatch or Gigantic? They're extremely different games.
Yes, they're absolutely very different games. Just playing each game for like 3 or 4 matches, and you can tell that they are not the same at all.
A single match, I think.
A single match.
So the biggest thing I think straight away with Gigantic, there are character builds that are happening, and you're progressing. The kits are a lot more in depth. They're a lot closer to a MOBA than they are closer to a hero shooter, in my opinion. You have a lot more abilities. You have an ultimate. Of course, there are ultimates in Overwatch. You have your team, hard healers. There are all these objectives happening, and it feels a lot more like a MOBA team fight. It's a little bit difficult to articulate why that is. I think maybe it's because a team fight in a hero shooter is over in the blink of an eye.
Yes.
And a team fight in this game can actually, heal and use your focus abilities and kind of extend the lane. But I would definitely recommend trying both. Look, you have to pay for Overwatch, and I'm sure you should. It's a fantastic game. This is free to play.
Absolutely.
Jump in, check it out, see if you feel as though it's different, because that's the opinion that matters.
Yep. Our time to kill in Gigantic is much higher than standard hero shooters as well. So you can run away from combat and regen health. You can run back to your creatures and retreat. So there is that strategic element to it as well.
Duggan's The Price is Right fan. Yes. I do like some Drew Carey. Just in general. Very pleasant man. Woo!
Okay.
Oh, everything is
Got
dying.
that kill.
That was nice. And you're still in a pretty good
Good
spot
focus.
health-wise.
Yep. I didn't want to run through this, but I want to get this turn on. He's going to try to bust me off the side. Yep.
Yep.
I knew that was coming.
I think when I
didn't
first
fall
started
for
playing Charnock, I felt as though I didn't have a lot of escape options until I realized how strong that kind of jump knockback can be. Swift.
Okay, well,
Just keep
I'm
whipping
not.
that.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep
Feels
blowing
bad.
it.
Taito getting healed
Yes, quite a
with
bit.
a creature. But that creature is pretty close to
Daze the
death.
creature,
Your
yep.
whole team
We can get
right
this
there,
creature.
so
This will almost secure us a win right here.
You have, looks like you just need one more kill.
Yep. And we're about to cap on B as well.
Gotcha.
So as long as not too many people die, we're going to do a lot. There we go. We have an adult on B. Oh, that was an HK focus.
Thank goodness an adult is here.
Yes.
It's always good to have an adult present.
Cool. So this should be another win for us.
The mobility of the trip is just out of this world.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about Gigantic is just the general mobility in the game. You have dodge attacks. So everyone can dodge. Melee heroes can dodge attack. And you also have jump attacks too. Gives you a lot of extra movement options. You can get up platforms. You can get around things. You can juke players. Yeah, it's really cool. That was a decent match this trip. Don't play
Nice.
trip too much, but I did well.
You did. You did do very well. Question here from Private Pancake. Will the Eternal Dawn pack ever be available for ARC users to purchase?
The Eternal Dawn pack is gone.
It's gone, man.
Yes.
Which one was
Eternal
that?
Dawn has passed. That was one of our heroes, Zandora, who released in February, I believe, and it came with a whole bunch of skins and also the Storm Drake. So
Gotcha.
yes, the Eternal Dawn pack, gone. It
Can
should
you-
not be available.
Can you still get the various
Yeah,
elements of
you
that?
can- yeah, definitely. You
okay.
can buy all that stuff individually. It's all there. It just can't get in the pack anymore, I don't believe.
Oh, we have requests to play Taito.
All right.
Put your money where your mouth is. See if you can match your trip performance.
All right.
Two
We'll see.
requests. I feel like that's
Cool.
But while we are waiting,
Yes.
let's talk about a giveaway. So,
Fantastic.
Good news, if you're watching the stream, you automatically win a smaller giveaway, which is the game, because it is free to play.
Yes.
And you can download it on Steam. You can download it on ARC. You can download it on the Xbox Store or the Microsoft Store for Windows
Yes.
10. But if you want some awesome goodies like all of the previously released heroes and all the future heroes, you can do that by entering for a chance to win a gigantic Ultimate Pack on go.ign.com/PL giveaway. And there's a link in the description. You can figure out what kind of slash that is and let me know. I'm not very good at identifying what is a / or /. I suppose I could look at my keyboard, but that's too much work. So that's a great skin, though. Look at that.
Yes. And we're in a match already. Awesome. Good matchmaking times. Yes. Taito has some of the most fancy skins in the game.
Mm.
Very pretty.
Very, very
elegant.
fancy.
Yes.
I have his what is that? The House Orlan.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, the
that's-
golden,
yeah.
the golden pretty one.
Yes.
I like that one quite a bit.
Incredible. Looks like somebody else queued up as Taito.
No,
Oh,
it's just
no.
me.
Oh,
Swap it.
Taking-
Sniped it.
All right, cool. I will go.
There we go.
Awesome.
Almost out of it, but not.
And I think the Dark Wind skin is one of my favorites. It's
Nice.
pretty sweet. This released with Paco. He's a little snowman dude. He's a little fuzzy.
Seen that guy.
Yeah. He's cute.
A lot of questions
like
about
that.
if it's coming to PS4.
That's something we consider. You know,
Sure.
yeah, we gotta get a hold of the platform holders and make deals with them.
Hey, Sony.
Yeah, we wanna
Talk to these guys. They got a cool game.
Yes, but we want as many people to play Gigantic as possible. So yeah, it's definitely not off the table.
Also, don't spam the chat. I totally encourage that behavior by taking this question. But it's a good question because people want to play the game,
Yeah.
especially when it's free.
Yeah. Cool. Back on the Siren Strand here. I like this map a lot. It's really fun.
Oh, here's a good question. I don't think I can read his name as much as I really want to. You'll know who you are. It's a very funny name. Do you guys plan / are working on allowing us to change crosshairs?
Oh, yes. Having toggleable crosshairs is something that is requested pretty frequently, as well as going back to our old health system where we had the health bars on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's something we're working on. Our UI team basically revamped the entire front end in the second to last update. So we've got a lot of work to do on that still. Yes.
Nice. And potentially some more UI customization coming down the line.
Yes. All right, cool. I think we made it out.
Nice.
All right. We don't have any bloomers on this side, so there's nothing I can really retreat to, so we're just going to sit out of combat for a little bit.
Yeah, he knows his name. I can't say it. I can't say it on the stream. It's funny. It's not terrible. Anyway. Good question nonetheless. This comes from Costa Rook, who wants to know, is there any possibility for Steam to get an achievement system? I imagine that's probably in the works or at least on the table.
That would be something really cool. We can see about doing that. I got him low. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to secure the kill.
All right, Carrot Plays is asking the question everybody wants to know about any game they see since the Nintendo Switch has launched. And the answer is generally no. But I'll ask it nonetheless. Will there be a Nintendo Switch port?
That's the same with the PlayStation port.
Do you think technically it's... So there's a whole other argument, because I think with PlayStation, we know in terms of the hardware, it could run a version of the game without significant alteration, I think, at a pretty stable 30 or potentially maybe even 60 frames per second. The Switch is a whole different story. So aside from partnering and that kind of stuff, do you think that there's the bandwidth to make that port happen, or is that a lot more work?
Yeah, definitely not the bandwidth currently. Oh, I got killed. Yeah.
So official confirmation, Taito is underpowered.
Okay.
And we'll be receiving a huge buff tomorrow.
Yes. I'm not an assassin player. I like to play tanks and support. So this has been a lightning stream for me. Yeah.
Doing pretty well at Trip.
I tried. Trip has a much lower skill floor.
Shaq wants to know about a Game Boy Color port.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Definitely,
For
100%.
sure, yeah.
Definitely there. Horner7 says, played this game last night for the first time and had a blast. I can't wait to see what the devs have in store for this game in the future.
Thank you. Yep, we got a lot of cool stuff. Tons of cool stuff. Well, there, I got a kill. Haha. All right. Let's see. We'll cut down so that we can get those executions.
Jurassic Rabbit, our producer Mitch, says, I hope I can take screenshots and print them on my Game Boy camera. We were, so I kind of came to this realization. We were doing a worst rewards for achievements in video games. So like, biggest effort, worst reward. And of course, playing Pokemon is its own reward, especially Red and Blue back when that game was out for just Game Boy. But when you did finally complete your Pokedex with everything, you got this terrible diploma that was like, congratulations, player Red, you've completed your Pokedex. It was the most compulsory thing, but after Googling a bit, I realized the Game Boy printer, 99% of the time was used to print out these little diplomas, put them in your wallet, bring them to middle school, ask people to prom, and flash the diploma and be like, I'm a Pokemon master.
Yep,
So,
certified
I don't know if you have
Pokemon
a date
master.
or yet, but I don't think it should matter at this point.
That's exactly what I did with mine.
Great. I'm glad that it got so much use. I wonder what the price point was for that when it initially released. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to get way off track here because this is interesting.
Yes, I think I still have mine. It's at my parents' house. I love that thing. Oh.
$34.99, but that's just
Without
today's
inflation.
date. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Bang out. Right. I want to be safe here. We are up 10 power. We have a good chance at getting in for the wound here.
High Tech Lowlife says, "I love this game. South American servers, please." What's the workflow for that? Like identifying where a growing player
servers,
population is, and figuring out who needs it most. Because everybody wants local servers. That's just
We did just add an Asian server, so
Awesome.
it will. I'm sure that they are working on adding more servers. I have no say in that, unfortunately.
Alexander
I'd love to
W
just give all the servers.
asks, will there be ranked? We talked about that a little bit earlier, so when this goes up in VOD, you can get into some specifics about the ranked, or at least what Jared can tell us. But yes, there will be. There will be ranked play.
All right, we're kind of getting pooped on a little bit this match.
Hey,
I'm trying.
you've won 3 in a row, so I
yeah.
think it's time.
We can still come back. I have free focus.
The king to fall.
And they're all pretty low here.
People are asking about a new map, and the consensus seems to be that a new map is coming before a new Guardian.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, we will definitely have more maps before New Guardians. We do have a few maps in the works, and I'm very excited to show those off once we can.
That guy whose name I can't say, again, asking good questions. Is there a plan for custom games?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Was already asked. So what's the most common thing when fans meet you at conventions? Did they pitch you skin ideas? I would imagine would be kind of up there.
Probably hero idedes.
Ideas.
Yeah, everyone's a designer.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody knows that they have
that's
the best.
why do you think I'm in this industry, man? That's all I do.
Yep. That is a pretty difficult task. Requires a lot of coding.
So speaking of which, my idea for the hero for Gigantic
all right, pitch it. Let's go.
So when you get the Switch partnership, you create an amiibo, and it's a Game Boy printer for the game. And his level 3 focus is to print out a Pokemon diploma, and it immediately charms everybody across the entire map, including friendly players. So the only one who can move is the printer, who can't do any damage, but everybody's charmed for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Flat, CC. I think it's great.
And then it prints pictures of your face as you're trying to move, right?
Exactly, right.
Just prints the frustration and the salt on your face.
Yep.
You're mashing your
So
keyboard.
that's my look out for that coming to Gigantic in 2018. The Pokemon Game Boy printer hero.
Somebody is rotating over to C, so let's see if we can pick them off here.
So that mouse clicks a bleed effect, correct?
Yes. It is Fang, a little pet.
Love him.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool upgrades. You can use it so you can teleport to Fang.
Fun Taito fact: he's only got one arm.
Yes.
Is that a lore thing, or was that just an aesthetic thing that turned into a lore thing, or what's the?
Taito's mysterious. That's just the thing. Yep. Can't really say for sure.
Gotta get the skill. Oh no! Oh, where'd she go?
Probably in here somewhere. Oh, I see her. Yeah.
Is she still there? Oh, there she is. Okay. I thought she David Copperfielded out of there. Ooh.
Fang, please.
But the healing up.
Yeah, she's full now.
Yep.
All right. Well, that sucks. Yep. As you can see, don't really play too many assassins.
Somebody's gonna cut this for Twitter. The segment of answering Taito advice and then coming to this, and they'd be like, "I told you he needs a nerf." I don't know. I've gotten my butt kicked by some Taitos. I'm not sure how much it's changed since then.
Yes,
but,
there are some pretty
definitely
insane
some
Taitos.
powerful players.
We have a lot of hero specialists in our community that are just absolutely insane at this game. Oh, she dazed me there.
Again, you got her!
I got her that
All
time.
right.
Got her that time.
Taito
Escape.
doesn't need a nerf.
There you go. I
See how
got
you're
4
doing.
kills. Not
4
doing
kills.
Too bad.
Doing well.
We do need to interrupt this creature, so if we keep it not quite time yet, we may be able to straight up kill it. Oh boy.
Oh,
Nope.
there was a lot of debate about this earlier. Johns wants to know if Taito's a boy or girl. Again, very mysterious.
Yes.
Not a lot is known about Taito.
It's not specified.
No.
Nowhere. Yep. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
All we know is they only have one arm.
Taito's a bird person.
Bird person.
Possibly, I guess.
Is bird person in an intense soul bond? Yeah. In bird culture, that is considered a dick move. Let's read giveaways. Of course, Gigantic is free to play. You can download it right now. You can play it right now. Stop watching the stream and go play the game. But you can also enter for a chance to win, if you do want to keep watching, a Gigantic Ultimate Pack. And that's at go.ign.com/Blaze giveaway. And there's also a link in the description. The Ultimate Pack coming with every hero that has been released so far, as well as every hero that will be released ever until the end of days.
That
until
is
the
correct.
eventual heat death of the universe, you'll be getting heroes up until that point. As well as cool skins. Or skin, I'm not really sure. Specific.
Yep. There are 2 skins with the Ultimate Pack. 2 exclusive skins. And you also get a little bit of rubies, too. So you can purchase
some other skins.
Something, yep. You'd like. Or a creature. Up to you. Cool. We had a really good play there. I got a few more kills. We ended up taking out one of their creatures. We're pretty far ahead to get this next rampage. That's looking good for us.
Lodgy says, why doesn't he have an arm? He was made into a 3D modeler from Sketch. The cloak was covering the left arm, and they forgot to accidentally put an arm underneath the cloak. I think he's just very mysterious, is what you're not understanding.
Yeah. I think the artist actually said that the reason Taito doesn't have an arm is just because the cape is covered.
Sure.
So just, remove the arm.
Yeah.
It reads better.
But now he or she is very brooding and cool and interesting and secret and wounded, but still in the fight.
Yes. Fang is the left. Still got 2 arms.
I wish I had a rat for an arm.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
There's a running joke that Taito is actually just a stack of fangs.
A stack of rats?
The one on the shoulder is like the leader.
Oh, do you think maybe
they
switch every now and again?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they could be. Like a bunch of kids trying to get into an R-rated movie and they stand on each other's shoulders and wear a trench coat. Yeah, it's just a bunch of fangs in there.
Ooh, a lot of trip nerf chat in here. Well, hey, that's your journey. I'll let you deal with that. Now we have Amanda over here doing work on the wound, getting the wound, securing the wound.
We got it just at the last moment too.
Which is going to tie it up. Yep. So thanks to
we're not doing too bad.
Amanda's excellence.
Yes.
You guys are still in this game. No thanks to this rat. This stack. No, I'm just kidding. Totally fine.
This stack of rats.
Oh my goodness. Somebody use the hashtag IGN plays live. We've done it. Where's the confetti? I thought we talked about that, Mitch. Let's see what they've said. Is Taito an owl, or is he just wearing a mask? And that comes from Not Sega. Thank you so much. We just talked about that, potentially a giant amalgamation of rats trying to form an owl, which is a really cool evolutionary thing to happen to avoid predation.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody's sure what's under the mask.
Nobody knows. Maybe we'll see in a skin someday. But until then, you can guess. You can create fan fiction. To your heart's desire.
Yes, I want to see it.
So we have about 30 minutes left here on the stream. Again, you can go to go.ign.com/PL giveaway for a chance to win a gigantic ultimate pack. But the next and potentially final game that is going to happen, I'm going to ask you to play the most recently released hero, which I haven't gotten any time with.
Yes, Ramsey, absolutely.
So
Ramsey's awesome.
See some of that.
It's really fun. Cool. We're not doing so bad here. We are actually up on this push as well. We're doing much better here as we transition to mid-game. We do have focus.
Excellent. Now the YouTube chat is having a heated debate about who is better, Taito or Trip. And we have a couple contenders on each.
Yes. Whoever you like better. Oh, not quite. The wall went up. I wonder if this Amani's still around here somewhere. Ooh, their whole team's here. We gotta be a little bit careful. Our team's rotating in too.
Sorry, I got involved in that. Oh, another wound. Wow.
Yes, I'm gonna die for this one.
Sure. Will you deal enough damage to make it worth it? That's the question. They're doing a really good job with the heal damage.
Okay, let's see if I can get into this cave here. All right. Maybe I can just hide.
David Blaine. Then nobody's gonna find you. This is a terrifying ass cave. No one would ever come.
There you go. See, there's some of the strength of Taito. You can get out of crazy situations like that.
Wanting so desperately to make that escape. So.
Yes.
That is
hey,
good.
nice. All right, cool. And we're going into Clash. That was a really good pick by our Beckett. And we are up 40 after just getting the wounds too. Or, well, we had a rampage phase. We didn't quite get the wounds.
Keep those questions coming on Twitch. I have a feeling that everybody who I told to go play the game is actually now playing the game.
Excellent. That's great to hear.
But unfortunately, we don't have as many questions on Twitch. But, let's see.
Don't want to fight the tank here. See if we can get back to the line. HK here too. Dangerous.
Bud McMuffin wants to know, Devs, are you going to fix Nasus Gore with trample? It slides off people.
Oh, yeah, the hitbox on that's a little bit wonky. That's something that we're working on, definitely.
Sweet. There you go. There's your answer.
Yep.
One of my favorite things about IGN Plays Live when developers come by is that thread that you've been making on the Reddit or the forums for the past month, trying to get some awareness on the issue or an answer or resolution. You can just come here and ask the developers, only to find out they've known about it and are working on it. And that's so awesome to know that. And I can totally empathize with that because there's so many things that bug me about so many different games. So that's one of the coolest parts.
Yep. Like I was saying earlier, we do play this game every day. So yeah, there are problems, like we know about it. Yeah,
the developers love their game.
We want to make all the improvements that you guys want us to.
Big Burkhart wants to know if you can play the Eldritch Grandma next. Unfortunately, we're going to be playing the new hero, but you can jump in there yourself and play. It is free to play.
Yes.
Another thing that I really like about this is it's got a very good practice arena if you just want to go in and experiment with some builds, figure out exactly how they work. I don't know if that's still in the game, but it's got those little cute dragons or whatever those are.
Yeah, those are Mortigas, actually. This little dude on my shirt here.
And you're just killing them. You're just
Yeah,
slaughtering them
you
left
just
and right.
slaughter them. Yep, take out all your
Infinitely.
enemies. Yep. Think Trip is overpowered. Darn it, Motiga, just go in the practice arena. You can beat up on some Motigas.
The Comical Man asking this question a bunch. I'm not really sure what it means, but I'm going to relay it, hoping that you know what it means. Can you explain efficiency?
Efficiency means nothing.
Okay.
Efficiency is just a fun number. It really has no bearing on the outcome of the game. It doesn't have anything to do with currency. It's just a culmination of all of the things that you've done in the match. So it's just a fun number. It really doesn't mean anything.
Great. Now can you explain entropy?
No.
All right.
I mean, there's a Bad Religion song. I could just sing that. I don't think you guys would care too much for my singing, though. Oh. I saw that.
Question here from AVPR Spirit. This is something that I've definitely gotten close to doing. I'm not sure if I've ever accomplished it, but I feel like I have, especially in the smaller stages of creatures. Can heroes solo defeat an undefended creature? Are there some heroes that can do that? Yeah.
Yes, definitely. There are some heroes that are much better at it than others. Roselma's still pretty good at fighting creatures. It's the granny, the hand lady. You just put up your little turrets, and you can go to town on one of those creatures. Pretty much every hero in the game can take out a baby creature on their own. Some of them take a little bit more time than others. But yeah,
Nice.
The creatures can be contested by one person.
Random Vengeance has 2 questions for us for the price of 1. Will we ever be able to customize our profile icon in the game?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, Founders Pack owners get exclusive Founder status icons that are being tracked. They're just not on the front end just yet until we get that system in. Yes, anyone who has those, they are on your account. They are being tracked.
Nice.
So we will have those in the future.
The follow-up to that is, are there any plans for different Guardians? This is something we talked about earlier, and the answer is yes. How many houses are there in total?
There's 5 major houses. Yes, 5 major houses in the lore.
Which would eventually translate to 5 Guardians if they are all.
Yes, and then who knows, maybe there will be some other houses that emerge.
Cool, very cool.
Maybe more.
All right, it's time for my question.
All right,
The
let's
question
have
I've been saving forever.
it.
Because like I said, there are just those things that bug you that you just have to ask the developer about.
Yeah.
And for me, for whatever reason, it's it's kind of the hashtag battle numbers after the
Oh, yeah.
on the main screen. So basically, when you create a user in an effort to give you the username you want, but also give you unique, a lot like Battle.net, you get a hashtag with some numbers at the end of that, which is all good. But man, it displays the numbers in like the home screen. That irks me.
So that
That's
is it's so that multiple people can have a similar name. And
Right.
You just have the numbers at the end so you can differentiate your friend from some other person.
Sure.
And yeah, that's something that we're trying to remove in-game.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if we can remove that from the art client itself, but that is something we're trying to hide from
in
game
the
client.
menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, perfect. Good stuff. Good to know. All right. Now that my gripe has been settled, I can cross that off
Yeah.
in the Davos Kron, aka the Book of Grudges. The Dwarf of Warhammer.
Oh, yes.
Let's keep reading. The questions are pouring in. Thank you guys so much. Great Twitch audience today. Great YouTube audience today. Just really good. A lot of questions about the game, which is awesome.
Excellent. Yeah. Happy to answer. Love showing off gigantic. We are at 90 here. As long as we don't feed too hard, I'm still gonna try.
Is Paco inspired at all by Stitch from Lilo and Stitch? Obviously, Jared cannot answer that question for legal reasons, but you can come to your own.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Are you working on any different skill leveling systems rather than the same suggestions each game? This is something we talked about. The initial suggestions are just to get you started. Ultimately, you want to be making build decisions based on the context of the match and what's happening in it and what you need to be doing to help your team win, as opposed to just having a preset build straight out of the gate. But you were saying potentially in the future there may be some kind of functionality to switch around these suggested ones. If I'm using a build 9 out of 10 games, that would be kind of helpful to have. But
it's
you guys come back.
a lot.
This is a close game.
Oh, I don't know why I'm going for kills. Oh no, I missed.
No.
Okay. All right. That's okay. I would have been able to get those 2 kills. That would have been really big for us. Yeah. I probably should have just sat on the wound. I was trying to stay away from it to stay alive, but I ended up just fighting instead. I tunnel vision, man. That's why I don't play assassins, because I just tunnel vision.
A really good question from Random Guy 928. Thank you so much for stopping by, Random Guy. What would different Guardians mean for the game? Is it just an aesthetic thing, or would it impact the mechanics somehow?
It would mostly be an aesthetic thing, yeah. And they would have a little bit of different moves. Gren and Leyrin both have slightly varying abilities, and it would just be something really cool to be on a different team.
Yeah.
Have a different airship for you, new themed skins that match
Sure.
that Guardian. Yeah, mostly blue.
Normally, I wouldn't really care, but have you seen them? They're awesome and huge.
And look at this dude.
And I have no idea how much that asset cost in total with the rigging and animation and mechanics. And geez, it is awesome. They're really cool. And to your point, that's something I didn't even think of. Is like there are a lot of skins inspired by the aesthetic of the various house. So introducing a new house to the game would mean more awesome options.
Well, I got outplayed right there. Yep. I tried to dodge and I did it too early. But we do have dodges which have vulnerability frames, so you can avoid almost every attack in the game.
Oh wow!
And I just derped it.
And that is just based on the stamina, right? That's not like that's across every hero. Yeah, right. Great.
All right. Well, they could win here. That would be a big bummer. We almost won, and now I got outplayed, and now we're throwing. So let's see if we can come back. Just defend with our lives.
Unipal says, are the devs aware of a bug allowing heroes to wedge themselves between the arm and head of a Guardian? While pinned, making them impossible to hit, while they can still hit the Guardian. I believe that is just called cuddling with the Guardian, but I'm sure the devs are probably aware of it.
Yes. Oh no, HK, I gotta kill him. Okay, we got enough shield. And kill the Imani.
Oh,
that was so close. Okay, ooh, look at this match. Look at this match.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. And we're up 10 right now, too, so we're actually not doing so bad.
This is 2 nail biters. This is crazy.
Yeah, so we need to go to F, which is a young creature, and we wiped him, too. I'm just so excited. I can't even talk. All right, let's dodge. Here we go. Get the armor crack on.
Yeah, kill that cute little dog.
Bad. Yep. Here, we need to go over here.
Make him sleep forever.
They're rezzing, so actually this is bad for me. This is a bad look.
So you're just doing this so you can get a little bit of a lead when they do come back as a whole team. But it looks like your team
is back already.
Choosing to team fight, actually.
If I can get this, that's 10 power, so okay, no, can't do that. Can't do that. It's okay. Taito, the Swift, is very swift, and I'm out. All right, we're still up 10. Not doing too bad. I gotta start to focus.
Corrupt Ewok, go ahead and continue focusing. I'll address this question.
Oh no, we gotta talk to Corrupt Ewok.
Corrupt Ewok says there was a hero with a rifle during the beta. We never come back to the game. He was OP. That was a gentleman named Roland. And if you roll a 5 on Jumanji, he will hunt you until you die or he dies. One of you dies. But yeah, he will be coming back, hopefully in a slightly more balanced state.
He is on a sabbatical. He will return new and improved.
But still cool.
Yep, still as cool as ever. That didn't do as much damage as I was hoping it to. That was a waste.
Tetsu Senpai wants to know if there will be variations of airships, not look-wise. I mean, I think they're all aesthetic, but that would correlate to the house.
Yeah, exactly. The airships are based on the house.
Yep.
If you just focus, I gotta be careful. You wanna get on the squishies, don't fight the tanks.
Exactly. You're showing Charnock the definition of ping?
Yes. So this is basically a win for us as long as we don't get wiped. It's
Oh,
close.
boy,
I know.
wouldn't
I
that be
don't want to speak
crazy.
too soon, but we're doing pretty good. That was a really good push on our part. I just want to play super safe here. So we just have to jump in and sneeze on it.
Yep.
We got 2 seconds. Now we'll start going in. The enemy's probably posted up. Crack the armor. Apply some bleed. Avoid as much as I can. Yes. Nice work, Amanda.
Victory dabs all around. Well done, everybody. Good
Victory
job.
dabs, yeah.
Let's talk from that pro performance.
Yes.
With Taito the Swift about esports, about the competitive
Esports,
scene,
yep.
about what we're seeing there. Are you putting up any kind of competition? Has that already been a thing? Talk to me about that.
Actually, our community is organizing competitive Gigantic right now.
Wow.
So once we have the tools to facilitate more competitive play, then we're definitely going to take ownership of that and to push that, because we know that everybody wants competitive Gigantic, and we do too.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, we have something
definitely
called.
do.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Guardian Arena, which is being run by the community right now. I believe that's going to be starting up in September. Yeah, so it's 100% community run. Just get your team together, start practicing now. You got a month or so to
Clock's ticking.
to figure out what you're doing and to compete with some players who have been playing for like 2-3 years.
All right,
So, yeah.
we are going to play the new hero Ramsey with our developer Jared,
Yes.
and Amanda will carry us.
Yes.
We're not seeing her gameplay, but trust me when I say that
She's here.
she's doing
She's
quite
carrying
well.
us. Yep.
But before we do that, I want to remind everybody who's watching to enter for a chance to win a Gigantic Ultimate Pack. This is a giveaway, and that's at go.ign.com/ PL giveaway. Link in the description. All right, let's get into it.
Cool. Back in the queue. We'll check out some of these creatures here.
Aww.
They're very cute. Yep. This is my favorite. Little shadow servers.
Aww.
Oh, and
Goodbye.
there we go. Match time.
That quick queue, very
Yes,
important.
very
kind of
important.
a critical mass of players so you can get accurate and fast matchmaking is
Yep.
very important. And as we can see from how close some of these games have been, it would appear as though Gigantic has gotten that.
Yep, definitely. And they're pretty quick matches too. You know, generally our matches run between 15 and 20 minutes. So it's a lot faster than a traditional MOBA. You know, when I started playing my MOBAs years ago, it was like you'd spend 45 minutes to an hour in a game. And so these are just about 20 minutes.
Awesome.
Oh, somebody didn't accept. That's okay. Back in the queue. Yeah.
Right, show us. Ooh, is that a crab?
Right here, this is an obelisk.
Oh, it's a crab.
It's
That's
a
not a crab.
robo stone crab.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. These guys are very unique in that they don't actually capture power for your team like the other ones do.
What do they do?
So these are good to put on neutral and enemy points.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They don't have too much health. It's a good deny mechanic, though.
Ah, cool.
All right, back into it.
Back into the endless fray of combat.
So cool. I'm playing some Ramsey. It's really fun. Just released last week with the most recent update. It's kind of like an evasion tank, a brawler, a bruiser.
Panda Astronaut asks, can we have a shotgun hero? Maybe some
hero.
kind of
Oh, well,
blunderbuss
a blunderbuss? Yeah. I don't know,
These
maybe.
guys love rolling. I don't know if they're trolling me or what, but good questions in any case.
Yes.
Let's check in with YouTube. What's going on over there?
No, matches are too quick. Somebody's running off, getting their coffee, not accepting the match. There we go.
Replay Funny Dragon Moments. Great YouTube name. Check him out. He's definitely got funny dragon moments, potentially, of when Vin Diesel photoshopped his face onto a dragon.
Yes.
That was a funny moment. I'm surprised I finally didn't miss the stream by 5 seconds. Welcome. We are live. I just read your name. We're here with Motiga.
Yes. And Perfect World.
And Perfect World. Very important to mention. This is Jared. This is Amanda. We have a match in 10 seconds if somebody doesn't pull the plug in their computer.
Yes.
Like a jerk. But we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, a few times are too quick. Yep,
We
a few times
jinxed
are too
it.
quick.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
There we
All right,
go.
cool. Ramsey time. Hey, Sanctum Falls, too. I think we've seen all three of our maps in this.
We have.
Playtest
And
day.
this is the one that kind of collapses to a smaller arena
Yes.
when the
correct.
final clash happens, correct? Very
Is
good.
Absolutely correct.
Ooh, there he is.
Whole
Wow, look at him.
spot. Yep. This is one of his skins. I love this one. It's Bangarang. Clear reference. Yep.
To who knows what.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
heard of that. He looks like the guy who's going to cut class and go smoke drugs in the boys' restroom
Yeah.
at high school. Don't be like
Shoot
this
up some
guy,
cans.
kids. But he's a pretty good fighter.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
got
absolutely.
that going.
All right.
Nice. So what's his overall motif? Like what's the design pillars that you were trying to hit
Yes.
with Ramsey?
He's kind of a thug, so he's like scrappy. He can get in. He has a lot of evasiveness, so he dashes around the battlefield really quick. He also has some poison. So he has very strong in-combat mobility, but out of combat, he doesn't have too much mobility.
Interesting.
Yes, and
Cool.
he can be played a little tanky. He can be played a little more assassin-y, depending on which way you go. I prefer the tanky path. I like to
You like to mix it up. Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw you with the Margrave first game doing very well.
Yes.
Why I had to push you in some other directions for the sake of getting some close matches.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
I really like this skin. I like the skull going on in the back.
Yes, I love the skin. It's
He's also
fantastic.
he's got a very good again, any kind of large tank character in this universe, it is a given that they skip leg day.
Yep.
They never hit a leg day. The Margrave in particular, man, what are you doing? Get on
Yeah.
that squad rack.
Well, he's got little baby shoes, though, so he probably saves a lot of money.
That's true. We had a question about that earlier. All right, so you're applying poison to
Yep, apply poison to this Beckett. She's going to escape. That's okay. I don't want to run too close to their guardian there. All right, so we are going to do this. This will allow us to be very evasive. And we can brawl pretty good with this.
Plagius with a comment that's near and dear to my heart. Tanky Assassin, that almost sounds like a Tauren Rogue. The ever-elusive Tauren Rogue. Some
Yes.
say it's fabled to exist. Others, who knows?
Well, how would you know? I mean, if they're a successful road, you're never going to see
That's
them.
why they're so good, is because you never see them.
Yeah, just paint their toes red, hide in a cherry tree. You'll never find them. Boom. First blood. There we go. Ramsey. Alright. I could be upgrading and interrupting that, but I wasn't quick enough.
Whoa,
so
what is that weapon? Kind of combat yo-yo?
Yes. It's a whip blade.
Whip
So,
blade.
yeah, he has extended range on a few of his attacks. So if you dodge,
Nice. 50 Shades of Ramsey here. IGN Plays Live. Killing the young Cyclops.
and
Didn't even have a chance to see the world with his one eye.
Nope.
Maybe he will, I don't know. We'll see.
A little fun fact, Cyclopses do not have mouths either, so they can't
How
taste
do
the
they
wonders of the world. Yep.
What a terrible existence.
Yeah, that sounds
I'm gonna
horrible.
die.
Yeah, you were
Let's
not.
back it. I'm gonna see if I can go this way.
Oh,
Give the old
the
switcheroo.
juke! The juke!
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay, we made it. Ha! All right.
You were
Ramsey's
just-
really fun.
You're just the greatest player of all time, I think is what it probably
Oh,
said.
thank you. Okay. I'm gonna hold that. We're gonna upgrade this creature. We're gonna put Cerberus up here because there's a lot of vision of the map.
Back in it.
And we're gonna take the interrupt right now.
Back in it. Denying the enemy team a little pip to get a wound on your Guardian by staying alive, which was a very good play.
Yes.
Now it looks like your team is...
In the first rampage.
Yep.
Really good.
There we go. Then that was a really close one. But again, that's going to translate into a shield for them, so all is not lost for the enemy team.
Correct. Yeah. So we are going to do a small amount of damage. You can see up here the flashing portion. If they do get one more kill, it's going to give them 100 shield, and that will hardly do any damage when our Guardian attacks theirs. So we don't want to feed a kill just yet. And now our Guardian is going to do a significant amount of damage. We're going to run in here for the win.
Everything I know wants to know, and this will become part of everything that he knows. Is Wu capable of tanking? I've tried to build him extra tanky, but he just gets killed.
Yeah, absolutely. Wu has some pretty crazy defensive options. He has one upgrade that gives you 80 armor, which is 80% damage reduction. So imagine taking 80% less damage. That's quite a hefty amount.
Yes.
And I am in the thick of it here. See if we can turn around this way. Oh,
Uh-oh,
I'm
you were
snared.
slowed.
Yeah.
Things are not looking
need
good for you.
stamina.
You're bleeding out of every
I
every
shouldn't
possible
have
place.
jump attacked there.
You are wasting a lot of time, though. So that's
Oh,
good.
okay. Yeah.
They
I
were
got
getting
bit.
quite
Dang.
frustrated. I
Yes.
could tell.
All right. Well, I kept two of them out of the fight with my face.
Who Sylph wants to know, is Ramsey Australian or from Boston?
I think he's like Boston or Brooklyn.
Australian?
Honestly, I've never lived on the East Coast, so I can't tell the difference.
I'm
but
not
it's
sure
one
that
of the
there
two
is
Boston.
a Boston or Brooklyn in this universe, but if there were, that's probably
Okay. Yes. He's
Let me
got that
correct
kind of
you
accent, yeah.
with the
Okay.
lore of your own game. Thank you very
That's
much.
true. That's true. I think he's from the Sky City.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Well,
Sky
whatever accent they have. Yes.
City. Any Mitch is gonna shake his head so hard when I say this. Any plans of adding some kind of Hank Hill here? And if you need a voice actor, I'm right here.
Okay. Is he just?
What do
gonna, like,
you want to say? Oh, Charnock, that lizard ain't right. Tell you what.
creatures and creature accessories?
Every single game, every single stream, I have to throw Hank Hill in.
Okay. I'm good.
It's a running joke.
There we go. We got their creature dead. We're gonna get this next rampage, and we can see here that the heart at the top is flashing, which will be an auto wound. So we don't even have to go in for this one. As long as we remain alive, then it will auto wound, so we don't have to go in for explosive spells.
Oh, why is that happening?
Yes.
Because it's the second.
Yes.
Okay.
We have enough power so that it's going to do enough damage, and they don't have enough shield. So we can see here that's how much
Right.
damage our Guardian is going to do. Yes.
I see. And because the Guardian's kind of giving them the business anyway.
Exactly.
Your team
Yep.
doesn't really have to risk them. Okay, cool. And that's a way to kind of ensure that even if they are doing a good job defending the wound, if they're getting consistent wounds, or you are getting consistent flashes in your favor, the enemy Guardian will eventually get.
Yes, correct. The Guardians cannot kill each other for the win, though. So the players do have to go in and do some amount of damage to the Guardian.
Kaido has to go in there and fart on him and he'll be dead.
Yes.
Cool. Really good use of the dodges.
Yeah. Tons of fun. He used his detonate, which is a pretty good heal for Charnock. It's a great
Oh, he's
escape
back.
mechanism. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fight him instead of the Beckett. There we go. Interrupt him a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can get around. I don't want to run through that. He is gonna stand on it. It's really smart.
That's
There
a
we go.
clean
Double
burning
tap
hellfire,
triple.
tell you what. Nicely done.
We'll make a hero that just tosses propane tanks everywhere. How's that?
There was we were playing Fortnite yesterday here on IGN Plays Live, and there was propane in that game, so
Oh, yeah?
I was a happy camper. Tetsu Senpai says, can you add a cybernetic ninja that throws shuriken and has a dragon sword to the game?
Oh,
this is not
no,
Paladins.
thank you.
Don't clip that out and put it on Twitter, please. Hi-Res they're an excellent studio that makes some really cool stuff. They've just had some bad luck in overlapping their hero design with another very popular hero studio.
Yep. That kind of happened with Gigantic as well. We released our hero HK a very, very long time ago, but it gets compared to a lot of other characters from similar games that came out after us.
Look at
yeah,
you
so
stepping
you know,
around this minefield. So yeah, so I do think that there are a lot of games that are coming out and emulating Overwatch. Gigantic is not one of them. I've been playing Gigantic since 2013. Again, it's flies a lot closer to the MOBA star than it does the hero shooter star for me, even though it is very aim-oriented, but take it from me that it's not an Overwatch. Not that there's anything wrong with iterating on Overwatch. It's a great game. It's very popular. Whether it's a sound business strategy to iterate on that, I don't know. But you know, that's another discussion for another time.
Yep.
And to your left here is actually the arena, right?
Yes,
this is
right
kind of
here.
it.
Yeah, it's going to open up. So this area, the water will drain here, and it actually goes down into the area we're fighting in now. So this becomes a hazard zone. You go up to the top to fight.
Sanjay Kaji says, pocket sand! King Dozer says, can we get a new character or creature that's a turtle?
Ooh, that's yeah, interesting. That'd be great.
He said yes.
Turtles in there.
Confirmation here on IGN Plays Live as of July 27th. Turtle Hero will be coming to Gigantic and will be named Fred.
Fred the Turtle.
Fred the Turtle.
All right, wow. Very unique, just like the rest of our game. We'll name him Fred.
I think he should be a pacifist as well. He refuses to fight, but does sell a lot of exotic socks.
Okay.
And pants. Though he can't wear them himself, he enjoys a good set of ornate pants.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. So go ahead and add that.
Sure. Just for you.
Sure. Fred the Turtle, pacifist, pants vendor, coming to Gigantic soon. Be on the lookout. So remember, if you are liking what you're seeing on screen, why wouldn't you be? Look at this game. It's very pretty. You can play it for free. It is free to play. It's on Steam. It's on Arc, which is kind of your proprietary client-esque or something of the sort. It's also on the Windows Store and Xbox, and that has its own crossplay. And Steam and Arc has its own other crossplay. So free to play. Jump in and check it out.
Free to play.
If you want more than that, goodness, you're so needy. But you know what? We might be able to help you out because we do have a giveaway going on. Enter for a chance to win a Gigantic Ultimate Pack, and that's go.ign.com/PL giveaway. There's a link in the description. Check it out.
Look at that. Paper's back.
It's back and it's gone.
It's gone again.
That's my ultimate. I can summon the giveaway paper and dispose of it whenever I choose.
So we have both neutral points here, which as long as we can hold this, we're going to get another rampage right now.
Nice.
There we go.
Hopefully we can secure the second wound. We have about 7 minutes left on IGN Plays Live. But in any case, we will be sticking with this game until the very end. And I promise you there will be a victory or a defeat right now based upon how the game is going. I'm going to say it's probably a victory for you.
You're doing pretty well.
We'll see.
You're doing pretty well. This is going to auto-win for us as well. So.
But hey, anybody who's been watching the stream knows it can all turn around pretty quickly.
Yeah.
As we saw with those two games. And you got the wound there, so let's see if you can wrap it up in 7 minutes. That seems like a tall order, but
all right,
maybe
let's do it.
Maybe we can extend the stream like 1 or 2 minutes.
Ooh, okay. Yes. So here we go. This area is opened up now. I'm in position to pick up the creature immediately.
Oh boy. Oh boy. My cool collaboration with the Turtle Pants vendor has opened the floodgates for hero ideas.
Oh
so
boy, yep. We get a lot of those.
Cryptywalk says we need a wrestler hero in this game. Kido says, how about a wolf-like assassin hero? I feel like you'd be really good. A lot of his skills doing bleed if he's a wolf. What else? That can't be it. There's going to be more coming now that I've read it. Turtle Tank would be really cool. Again, he's a pacifist, so let's not cloud the design space. We've already come to a conclusion on what that Turtle Frank will be, and he is implemented. Let's see what else you want to say. Now is this is the last 5 minutes you have to pitch your awesome hero idea to Jared on IGN Plays Live. Of course, you can hit him up on Twitter afterwards.
Yep.
Or potentially send an email Amanda at Perfect World with your full design document. But if you want to just do like a one-liner pitch, hey, I'm here for you, man. So we have shrunk down to the smaller, no.
Yes, it's
Yes.
a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller.
It's got more conventional lanes. So there's the left lane and the right lane, as you can see on the map. No creeps still. There's a large open area in the middle. Oh, I see her, yep. Dang, I lost her.
The Hobnobber says, Necromancer Turtle. From Bad to Peep says, New Guardian.
Hey, Bad to Peeps.
Hey, there he is. Paco's mom who said he could play. Pelagius says, add a donkey hero. It is a donkey.
A donkey hero that is a donkey.
A donkey hero that is a donkey.
Okay. Interesting
Scrub Ewok
concept. Yeah. Okay.
says, Necromancer Turtle that summons durables. Why not?
Yeah. Anything's possible.
MyoWeeb has an interesting character idea. Add an endgame detailed scoreboard. A little bit of shade there, adding a scoreboard with more details on it. We were talking a little bit earlier about seeing like builds. Ooh, you might be about to finish this up.
Yep.
But a lot of that stuff is presented kind of naturally in the game in a visual capacity. And this is going to do it, maybe. 5 seconds.
Trying.
You got
Let's
this.
see.
Come on,
I have
you got
focus, so let's see if we can do this. Yeah, I think we got
That's
it.
it.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice
That's
work,
it.
Amanda.
Look
We
at
did
that. Right on time. We have 4 minutes
Yeah.
left, so we can continue
Perfect.
pitching.
Perfect.
These. Get video game donkey to voice him. That's interesting. How about a character that is a snail, but is actually kind of fast? He's got like a spike shell. So maybe it's somebody who was polymorphed by Sven, but is now permanently disfigured.
polymorphed. Yeah, they don't come out of it. Oh.
But it's turbo, I guess. from
Yeah.
that movie.
What
All
an
right,
awful
I'm going to take a
existence.
few more of these, and we're going to wrap this thing up.
Cool.
Mitch says if they add a wrestler hero, they could always name him Jim Duggan. That's true. My name is James Duggan. I'm not a wrestler yet. Yet is the key distinction there.
Maybe
All right.
we'll immortalize you as a wrestler in Gigantic.
So we have 3 minutes. I'm going to close the laptop. Let's just talk about the game.
Cool.
So it's free to play.
Yep.
It's on Steam. It's on Arc. It's on the Microsoft Windows 10 store, as well as the Xbox One store. What are you most excited about the next, like, 1 or 2 months in Gigantic?
We have a lot of features that are coming out that I can't talk too much about yet. They're unannounced, but a lot of the things that we've been talking about today are definitely scheduled, and they're coming down the line. So that's what I'm most excited about, stuff that I can't share. Yeah. Stuff that I've seen and that I've played with that I can't share just yet.
Secrets.
All right.
Yeah. So all the heroes, the new creatures,
Sure.
all the features, the new skins. Yeah.
skins.
My
Tons of
final
stuff.
question is,
Yeah.
how do you feel the response has been so far?
I think it's
Since
been mostly
launch.
positive. Yeah, it's been great. We have a lot of new faces coming in, a lot of new players getting their first chance to check out Gigantic. They're really enjoying this update too. A lot of our previous players who've been playing over the years, maybe you played in Alpha, maybe they played at PAX in the past, coming back, seeing how the game is now, and really just falling in love with it all over again.
I
So yeah, I
think-
think it's been positive.
Yeah, I think we've been pretty lucky too. We tend to have a very positive, very interactive community.
Mhm.
It's been really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that stream was anything to judge by, the questions were incredibly constructive, and I want to thank everybody for stopping by IGN Plays Live. So this Gigantic, beautiful game. You can check it out. It is free to play, and I highly recommend you do so because it has this whole cool, interesting take on kind of the MOBA that you may know and love that subverts a lot of the stuff that you're used to and introduces new things like Guardians, as well as just these really fun hero kits. So I want to thank both of you. I want to thank Jared, Motiga,
Yeah.
Amanda from Perfect World for joining me on IGN Plays Live. You at home, one last time, you can still win this giveaway. Enter for a chance to win a Gigantic Ultimate Pack at go.ign.com/PL giveaway. There's a link in the description. This has been IGN Plays Live, and for all things MOBAs and hero shooters, you're already in the right place at IGN.